my sweet dust of free. Touch to my nose, this love was God is so raw. Make you lose, stepping out, run out of control.
It's me and you tonight.
Snow bunny,
Moving on with all. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
no, that's
Next to the law. With my snow bunny love. Been party about the night.
see her eyes shine. She's my snow bunny, please. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dust of free. Touch to my nose, this love was God is so raw. Make you lose, stepping out, run out of control.
Bunny love. It's me and you tonight.
Snow bunny,
Moving on with all. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
no, that's
Next to the law. With my snow bunny love. Been party about the night.
see her eyes shine. She's my snow bunny, please. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dust of free. Touch to my nose, this love was God is so raw. Make you lose, stepping out, run out of control.
Bunny love. It's me and you tonight.
Snow bunny,
Moving on with all. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
no, that's
Next to the law. With my snow bunny love. Been party about.
All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning on in. I know it's been a while. Welcome everyone to Cookie Chris Chat to Undefeated, as always. Welcome. Thank y'all so much for tuning on in. I've been on a bit of a hiatus, but it's mainly because I've been working on the documentary and it's coming along nice. I have another segment that I'll be premiering for members after this live stream. It's about 40 minutes long. I want to say about 40, 45 minutes long, something like that. And we're progressing through the Umar Johnson timeline from 1978 until 2001. The segment is titled The Perpetual Student. So if those of you who have been following the documentary, these are rough drafts. Ultimately, by the end of this year, or hopefully by the middle of this year, actually, I'll be done with the final version, but I'm releasing rough drafts for members. It's a catch-22 because as I put in time for the documentary, I don't have time to really live stream. So I appreciate everyone who are members, because that allows me to continue to do stuff offline with working on this documentary. And at some point, once the documentary is done, I'll be more consistent again here on YouTube. Thank you all again for tuning on in. I appreciate each and every one of you. And the Umar Johnson saga continues, and it is something to behold. In fact, we have roughly 2 weeks, 2 weeks and 2 days before we get to the 6-year anniversary since Umar acquired these abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware, and not one child has been educated to date. 6 years. That's very telling. He still collects money. And that's the thing, is that this is nothing more than a scam to get money out of people. In fact, he goes up there when he needs money, and he'll tell people to get on the CashApp and get on the PayPal. If you guys remember, Could Crush Chat, last time Umar was up there, it was before he went to Africa. We was wondering why Umar was up there late at night picking up trash. There's no reason to do it. Come to find out, he was going to Africa, so he needed money to go to Africa. So he gets up there, and it's a prop. The FDMG abandoned buildings up in Wilmington, who is supporters call schools. There's not schools. Schools are a place of learning. Not one black child has been educated to date. They're to this day, 5 years, 11 months, 2 weeks and counting. They're not schools. They're abandoned buildings. But Umar uses those abandoned buildings as a prop. He goes up there, he live streams, he begs for money, and he makes people get excited every single time. You guys send him money. Then he went over to Africa. He gets his citizenship over there. Like KKC was saying, it's probable that he's about to dip, as we should say. He's about to bounce, as we should say. He's about to leave and move to Africa. How does that benefit you black people up over here in the United States of America, who sent this guy millions of dollars, $2.7 million by now, over the course of a decade? It's more than a decade now, my goodness. How does that benefit you? It's a scam. And he goes up there to get the money, and then he goes to Africa. He's over there living it up, spending that donor's money, tricking it off on sex workers. I can say that officially now. You members know what I'm talking about. Y'all ain't seen that. That alone is worth becoming a member. He over there tricked. Now, you guys remember back in the day, I would always say, I can't say that as a statement of fact. I would, because people said, no, he tricking that money off on he dealing with. No, I said, no, I got to go with the receipts, but I have the receipts now. Umar's over there dealing with sex workers in Africa. It's official. So that's where y'all's money is going. And so what ends up happening, he's living it up over there. He gets his citizenship over there, and he comes over here, talking about in Ghana. He comes back over here, and now there's a video where he's up there late at night doing the same thing. Why? That's the question. It's a scam. Why come back up there late at night? He's not doing it. At least I don't think he is. Maybe he is. I haven't watched the video yet. Is he renovating? I don't think so, because the video is short. No, he goes up there because he needs some money. And he's been running this scam on you, Umar Johnson supporters who send him money. He's been running this scam on y'all for over a decade. Now, I was before we get into, because it's going to be a short show. Right after this, we're going to come back to back Memphis. We're going to do a live stream for members, and I'll play the next segment for the documentary, the rough draft of it. If you would like to become a member, there's a join button below these videos on here on YouTube. You can come and join. So far, we've done, this is chapter 3. There's an introduction, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So far, there's 4 videos. I've been thinking about this over the last couple of days because I still get some Umar Johnson followers. They send me messages on my YouTube page, and they say that they're in such a delusional state. And I'm not here to be disrespectful because Umar's a master manipulator. He's the great deceiver of our time in the so-called black space, in the virtual world, as it were. So I've always been very careful when I talk about his victims. They don't realize, many of them don't realize that they're victims, but they're victims. If you sent this guy money, you're a victim of Umar Johnson's scam. Understand that clearly at this point. It's been over a decade, and you would think that over a decade people would realize this. And there are some people who are newer to the Umar Johnson saga, so they're just learning about him, or maybe it's been 4 or 5 months. But really, after 6 months, you should know all you need to know about this guy. He don't take care of his kids. He's a deadbeat. Cookie Crush Chat, how many baby mamas does he have? You want to tell black people that y'all need to be marrying these black women and blah, blah, this, and you black men need to take care of your kids. How many baby mamas does he have? Two at least. In my research, it's 3. I got to up it up. I've been telling people too, but in my research, as I'm doing this documentary, it's 3. It's official. This guy has 3 baby mamas. And one of the babies, he don't even claim, because whenever he says, I got $2, you don't mention the other one. See, I've been going back through these old videos and doing this ancillary research. I got my degree this time. See, when I did that first documentary, I have a degree in cybersecurity and computer technology. There's a lot that I learned while I was going through coursework in terms of how to do proper research online. That first documentary was good, but this time around, I have the resource and the knowledge base based upon the acquiring the bachelor's degree, where I can go even deeper. And then I'm going back to these old Umar videos and bringing it all the way up to current. Now I'm still in 2019. This guy has 3 baby mamas. I have the receipts. And now I can say he has at least 3 baby mamas. Now, Umar, why don't you address this? Because I have you on record saying you have 2 baby mamas. I remember one time they said, well, are you on child support? He was like, well, I'm in the process. No. You've been on child support from the jump. It's all going to be in the documentary. I'm not going to put the baby mama's names out there, nothing like that, but I will provide the receipts based upon the research. Just like now I can say that Umar's over there and he was over there in Ghana dealing with sex workers. I can say that officially now. I can also, and let me be more precise because I'm always fair. He is dealing with a sex worker. Unless that other one is one too. I don't know. It's his so-called wives. I can say that officially now, but I can also say officially that Umar has at least 3 baby mamas. He don't take care of his kids. He's a deadbeat. He ain't trying to commit to no black women. He ain't trying to marry not one of y'all. He's been scamming on this school scam for over a decade. He doesn't have an office. Where's his office? He's a school psychologist. He's a school principal. He's a vice principal. He's the most requested. He's a scholar. No scholarly review. No scholarly articles. I do have one article. Shout out to Black Anonymous who sent it to me. Umar, where he's talking about polygamy. It's not a scholarly article. He's not a scholar, but he says all these things. Where's his office? You Umar Johnson followers. See, that's what I'm saying. At a certain point, you're going to have to wake up. This guy is a habitual, it's not even habitual. He's a pathological liar, to be more precise. In the next segment for the documentary, I'm going to break that down. You guys will see for you members. Right after this live stream, we're going to do it. See, I would think that after a while, people would start waking up. I mean, he's always making all these sexual references about women and cookies and crushing cookies. He's a colorist. He's always talking about light skin, dark skin, and cookie flavors and nappy hair, this and nappy hair, that. He got all of these issues. And then I have him on record recording little girls' body parts and little boys' body part on under the table in that particular video. At some point, people are going to have to wake up. So I was thinking about this, and then we're going to get to the show. We're only going to be here for about an hour, okay? But I was thinking about this for the last couple of days, and it occurred to me because you, Umar Johnson followers, I've always given you guys grace. I don't disparage y'all. Some of y'all been acting, did some crazy shit. We already know all that. All forgiveness. Listen, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. See, hurt people. And for those of y'all who are deep into Umar, it's like a cult. You guys don't think rationally. But I have to say this today, that some of y'all is stuck on stupid. I'm not saying all y'all, but some of you Umar Johnson followers at this point in this Umar Johnson saga, y'all, it's simple. Y'all stuck on stupid. Now, I'm not here to be mean. I'm not here to disparage y'all, but some of y'all stuck on stupid. My job is to provide the receipts so that at least some of y'all who not stuck on stupid, who got some intelligence, or I shouldn't even say it that way, it sounds mean, but it is what it is at this point. It's been too long. Or some of y'all that have critical thinking skills so that you can look at the receipts and then you can determine and ascertain whether or not Umar Johnson is legit. He's a fraudster, nothing more. Out here sexually exploiting black women. How can any man of character support Umar? When he's out here sexually exploiting black women, our job is to protect black women, right? Yeah, well, it sounds nice. Y'all talk that talk, but you don't walk that walk. Stuck on stupid. Now, that's the last time I'm going to say that. I ain't going to say it ever again. I've been covering Umar for so many years, and I've never said that. But at this point in this Umar Johnson saga, it's become clear to me, and I just have to be honest, that some of you Umar Johnson, I'm just saying some, not all, some of y'all just stuck on stupid, and there's nothing I can do about that. But for those of y'all who got some critical thinking skills, you're rational to some degree, I can provide receipts, and I would think that at a certain point you're going to wake up, and more people are waking up. You guys go on the video we looked at today, I downloaded, but I was looking in the comment section, and you should see how Umar Johnson followers, they're going in on me about this school scam, because they're realizing more and more that it's nothing more than a long con. And because it's going this long, it's incredible. It's gone on this long. At this point, there's really no excuse for you Umar Johnson followers to see the truth about this guy. He's not trying to open up no school. He don't care about your kids. He don't even care about his own kids. He only claimed 2 of the 3 that at least 3 that he had. And all 3 of them was on child support. I got the receipts. Umar, you need to, how about this, Umar? Because I know you watch these videos. Why don't you address that? He's traveling around the world. Where's his office at? He don't even have his own place to stay. He lives inside his mama closet when he can. When he has money, he lives inside of a hotel motel. Hit the one. All this talk, and yet this guy's life is it's a bag of bullshit. And so here we are today. Once again, this video came online. I don't even think it's live because he's still banned on Instagram. I know he's having, Umar, I know you're having a difficult time right now. It's cold out there. You ain't got a place to stay. That money done dried up because you was tricking it off over in Africa. So you got to get that money. See, the other thing real quick, we're going to get to the video. Umar, what he does when he goes to Africa, he gets the money from you black people over here in the United States of America under the idea that he can open up this school and that he's renovating, even though renovations were done, according to him, back in 2023. I got the receipt. Don't worry. He takes black people's money over here in the United States of America And he goes over to Africa and tricks it off over there dealing with sex workers, at least one. I don't know about the other one, but at one, yes. And I already think he probably already has something set up. He's probably been shipping money, y'all's money, you black people money over there. How does that help you black people up over here? It don't help you not a damn way. That's just him tricking off money. That's why, if you guys really think about it, this guy's he's collected $2.6 to $2.7 million. He spent $400,000 on these abandoned buildings based on my research, and it could be much less than that. He's never given a figure. He never provided a receipt. He could have got it for $2,000. Ain't no telling with this scammer. But let's go with $400,000. This guy should be sitting on at least $2 million right now. Where's the rest of this money? Where's it gone? Over the last decade. Well, really, over the last 6 years. Some of this money gone over to Africa. That's not helping you black people up over here. It's a scam. This guy's a scam artist. And now you're over there trying to scam them Africans, and I'm guaranteed some of them Africans scamming him too. Huh? The Umar Johnson saga, it's a shit show. And so what do we have? Just like always, Umar, once he gets back, after he done tricked off all that money, he gets back, he don't got a hotel, motel to stay in because he ain't got no money. He got to go back up there to those bandos and beg for money. I'm gonna assume that that's what he's doing. We do have a poll before we get to the video. The poll is, why did Umar return to the abandoned buildings? 4 choices. He went to the abandoned buildings to work on renovations. He went to the abandoned buildings to take a nap. He went to the abandoned buildings to beg for money, or he went to the abandoned buildings to turn the heat down. Okay, right now we got 365 votes. 73% say to beg for money, which is really what he does anyway. 9% says to take a nap. 74% say now to beg for money. 8% said to work on renovations. These are the people who stuck on stupid. I'm sorry. I take that back because I said I ain't gonna never say it again. I apologize. You guys know I'll be so kind to these Umar John. I try to. And then the 10% said to turn the heat down. Okay. Real quick. Stuck on Stupid was going easy on them, Leonard. They're looking for someone to look up to. It's called a cult, and at least 5 men plus. Thank you, Leonard. It's a virtual cult at the very least. In my research, the closest thing that Umar has had to a physical cult was when he was doing those classes for his cult followers. Tip the Griff, these type of people. They're not around. Most of them ain't around anymore. But y'all remember Tip the Griff. That's the closest thing that he had to a cult. He was taking them over to Africa. It was an African free cult situation. I'm telling you, you Umar Johnson supporters, y'all think this guy really cares about you. He cares about your kid. He don't give a shit about you. Not one of y'all. He out here sexually exploiting these black women, running through them. He got at least 3 baby mamas. It's official. Don't take care of none of his kids. Real quick, you Umar Johnson followers, when's the last time you heard Umar talk about taking care of his kids, or what his kids are doing, or picking them up from school, or buying them some clothes, or paying on some bills? You see, you don't hear none of that because he's a deadbeat, and y'all funding him to live his lifestyle like this Rolling Stone bachelor trick daddy, pimp daddy freak off. And while he traveled the world, is wild. This Umar saga is wild. Why y'all gonna do that? And he been on child support. Y'all paying his child support. He ain't got no job. This guy ain't worked since 2010. What y'all talking about? Anyway, it's a doggone shame. The 15 years y'all been supporting this bum. Anyway, I figure, hey, listen, if he got it like that, y'all gonna trick off your money so he can trick off your money. As far as Umar is concerned, that's a good deal. He ain't gonna change. Yeah, he on here, he's skippity. Okay, one of them skippity, no skippity. Yeah, he be having them African freak offs. It's true. He had them over there in Africa. It was the same one. They was in that coat. It was a sex coat. Pimping it. Okay. Yeah, basically. All right. All right. Let me get out this chat room so we get to the video. It's official. I have the receipts. He has three, and this is just in Philadelphia that I know about. He has three baby mamas in Philadelphia, but then there's also another case where they were trying, and it's not what I think it is that this third baby mama hired a lawyer to try to garnish Umar's wages. This goes back years. And so there's actually 4 cases on his docket. No, I shouldn't say it that way. There's 4 entries for child support, and each entry has on the docket, it's extensive. For 2 of those, it's extensive. One of them where they're trying to find out where he works to garnish his wages. This goes back years ago. I think there's probably about 5 or 6 on that docket. And then the one with the other baby mama, I think there's maybe 6 on that docket. But then the other one, there's like 70 something. No, not 70 something. 50 something on the docket. This guy, and then the other one is, I think, is closer to 30. This guy, he doesn't take care of his kids. Financially doesn't support his children. He's been in and out of court, and it's not just like once a year or once every 2 years. I mean, extensive. Okay. Anyway. Okay, real quick, let me get to some of these super chats, and then we're gonna get to the video. How are we doing on time? We're doing okay on time. Okay. Real quick, I just want, how's it going, Honey Pot? Umar's going to take a nap. He tired from all the begging. Well, that's what he do. You know, that's what he do. Southern Nappiness, how's it going? Says people sleeping on steps at the trap. Yeah, this has been going on for a long time. It's the kick spot. I told people that years ago. I told people that back in 2019. Hit the one. I think we even had an episode called the FDMG the Kicker Spot. Yeah. And there's video that has surfaced of a homeless lady, and I have that'll be in the documentary, that was sleeping on the steps. And there's a Umar Johnson follower. You should hear that. I don't even know if I'm going to have that, what she says to the homeless lady, but it was a white homeless lady. It just goes to show you. I mean, it's the whole area is drug infested, crime infested. Umar, he's not doing anything up there, and people. It's not like the people who live out there acknowledge these buildings as like a place of learning. I mean, people just go and do what they want to up there. I mean, he said he's found used condoms. He's found feces all over the place, human feces, animal feces. One time he was up there and there was a syringe on the steps, near the steps. It was some baby clothes. I said, what in the world? Someone had a makeshift toilet that they was pooping in. This is what's going on up there. People say it's a school. You guys, I'm telling y'all, some of you, I ain't going to say it again, but some of you, Umar Johnson followers, you just delusional. Okay, let me do these super chats real quick so we get to this video. Iceman Bam says, shout out to at Umar Fraud Crackhead HVAC FDMG. What in the world is that? What is that? Nobody got no screen name. Come on now, Iceman Bam. That's too much. All right, thanks for the super chat. FDMG Snow Bunny sent to the super sticker. Thank you so much, FDMG Snow Bunny. So many different characters. Umar's HVAC, Umar's typewriter, Brother Jose. Now we have FDMG Snow Bunny.
See your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter light, she's my sweet dust of free. Tuck to my nose, this love was God is so raw. Make you goose, stepping out of control.
It's me and you tonight.
Snow bunny.
Moving on with all. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
No, that's
Connected to the light. With my snow bunny love. Been party by the night.
see your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter light, she's my sweet dust of free. Tuck to my nose, this love was God is so raw. Make you goose, stepping out of control.
Bunny love. It's me and you tonight.
Snow bunny.
Moving on with all. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
No, that's
Connected to the light. With my snow bunny love. Been party by the night.
see your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please.
All right, let's get focused here. Yeah, I love that song. I love that song. Okay. Jackson says it's unmanly for him to spread his seed irresponsibly with all them black baby mamas. He has no discipline. Yeah, He doesn't, and he's been sexually exploiting black women for such a long time. Jackson, I would propose that he has more than 3. I know officially I can say that he has 3. I'll say he has at least 3. But I wouldn't be surprised, and that's just in Philadelphia. I wouldn't be surprised if he don't have baby mamas all over the planet. I would not be surprised at this point. And it's highly irresponsible. And notice he's not committed to not one of them, but that's because he's out here sexually exploiting you black women. He'll have sex with y'all, and he'll move on to the next. Sex, move on to the next. He has women in different cities that have sex with him. He calls them his Germaniacs. This guy's sick. He's 50 living like this. Got the bumpity bump on his lip and still living like this. I don't get it. I see, the thing is that you should learn, you know. You got all these baby mamas out here, you should learn. Like, okay, maybe I should stop doing this, but not Umar. He's gluttonous though anyway. He's gluttonous about everything, including the cooch. That's a doggone shame. Just gluttonous. He's a cooch gluttoner. Just gluttonous. And see, I get it. Hey, I get it as a man, yeah. I mean, it's wonderful, okay? But to be gluttonous like that, no, just commit to one woman and just, live your life, raise a family. But and you should learn that after 2, 3 baby mamas, but not Umar. And it's irresponsible too for him to be out here living like that when he got the bumpity bump on his lip and he be sneak kissing women and all this kind of stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's totally irresponsible. It goes to show that he has a lack of care. He doesn't care for black women. He doesn't seek to keep y'all safe. He wants to sexually exploit you. That's why he's always talking sex talk. Real quick, Jackson, in my research too, one of the things I've noticed is that Umar's sexual depravity didn't really express itself until later on. If you guys go back to his earlier videos that when he first started to appear online, this is pre Hidden Colors. See what happened when he got into the Hidden Colors, Umar's name blew up, and it's true. In fact, in my research, it shows if you go back and you look at Umar Johnson's social media prior to Living Colors, prior to Hidden Colors, you'll see that there was very little interaction. Very few people were subscribed, obviously, and very little interaction, likes, and that kind of stuff. But then you notice that after that first Hidden Colors comes out, and then the second one comes out, Umar starts to get a mass audience. But see, Tariq Nasheed, and I'm not I don't watch Tariq Nasheed. I don't follow Tariq Nasheed. His stuff was never my, even going back when he was doing the pimp stuff, it was never my cup of tea. But he did say something that is true about Umar. And he said that when Umar, the Hidden Colors and the fame that brought Umar, it went all to his head. And part of that was that it also gained access for Umar to a larger audience. And then Umar started to really think that he was this great black leader. Then he starts to call himself, King Kong consciousness. You go back to the earlier stuff, he wasn't talking like that. He started calling, I'm Big Papa. That's the pimp archetype. I'm the most requested and all this stuff. All of that comes out of the Hidden Colors. But what ends up happening is, as a consequence of Umar getting exposure, his name becoming big, then he starts to develop this huge, well, even early on after the Hidden Colors, it wasn't huge, but he started to develop this online presence, social media presence. It gained access to women. And then the sexual depravity stuff starts coming out. And then you start to hear him talk more and more about sex and talk more and more about cookies and talk more about crushing cookies and blah, I need a massage and, all this kind of stuff. And then you get to where he's at today, where he's totally unhinged and he's a sexual deviant. Thoroughly irresponsible. See? I can say it. He has at least 3 baby mamas. That's in Philly. He probably got more around the world. All right, thanks for the super chat, Jackson. And FDMG Ghana, yeah, this is another one. FDMG Ghana, FDMG Snow Bunny. Thank you for the super sticker. Iceman Vamp says, probably got a half-breed baby hidden somewhere. I only go by the receipts that I have. And what I know for a fact is that Umar has at least 3 baby mamas. And I have to stick with that until more information comes. And it may be before the documentary comes out. If anyone happens to see this video and you know more information, or if you're one of Umar Johnson's baby mamas and you would like to share information about that with me, my email is LenonHonor@yahoo.com. I'll keep your anonymity. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised, Iceman Vamp. See? He's lived like this for a long time, and it would be reasonable, I think, to conclude that Umar has baby mamas around the world at this point. And I want you Umar Johnson followers to understand that it also not only does it show that he doesn't respect you black women, he doesn't care for y'all, because he's not committing to any of these women. He's just running through them, just having sex with them, move on to the next, get them pregnant, don't take care of the kids, not present in the kids' life. He's going and doing his thing. Yeah. But it's not just that, it's the fact that you guys are paying his child support because he don't have a job. And then y'all think he's opening up a school. No, he needs that money so he can pay his child support. He got a gambling problem. He be turning the heat down. That's why he's living in and out of hotel, motels, because he doesn't have his own residence. He ain't had his own residence since 2019. It's sad. I mean, the saga altogether, it's sad. I'm not here to blame you, Umar Johnson followers, but you guys have to recognize that you're contributing to this delinquency. He's 50. I mean, what I mean by delinquent is ridiculous, but it is what it is. Thanks, Iceman Van, for super chat. Lewis Luck says, some men have been taught to think being with multiple women, talking tough and spitting game is what real men do. And some women believe this too. Game can be dropping knowledge or getting them. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's one of the unfortunate aspects of, and it's not all the way across the board, but there is an aspect of black culture wherein black masculinity and manhood is defined along these terms. You know, it's expected for us to have multiple baby mamas. It's expected us to be in child support. It's expected of us to live a sexually promiscuous lifestyle. In fact, there's a time period when we grow up where if you're not living a sexually promiscuous lifestyle, people start looking at you like something wrong with you. Okay? And I'm not saying that the other groups of people don't have these types of hyper masculine ideas about manhood and masculinity, these types of things. But for black people, I mean, it's a serious problem, you know, because it's expressed in so many different ways. It's expressed in the music and the movies, so forth and so on. See, you don't see this in other cultures or in other groups of people, not to the same degree. So it really puts black people at a disadvantage, especially young black men, because what we were told in our youth in terms of what it means to be a man is completely dysfunctional and it's destructive. The one thing that just popped in my mind was bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks or something like that. Y'all remember this foolishness? No other group of people have that shit on they and people, they all massive amounts of the people that listening to that type of shit. See, I believe that's by design too. I know I don't be talking like this, but I think that's all by design. Just manipulating and controlling a whole group of, not even a whole group of people, but a significant percentage of a group of people to have them living self-destructive lifestyles. When you have all these baby mamas out here and all these men with all these baby mamas, and then after all this, black men want to complain about it. Well, you wasn't complaining when you was ejaculating in vaginas. You was perfectly fine then. But you get these women pregnant now, then they got to put you on child support because you're not man enough to handle your financial responsibility. You want to whine and complain about it like a bitch. See, it's just backwards thinking. It really is. You see, but it's true. A lot of this has to do with the programming that many of us receive, but it's still not an excuse because Umar's 50. Ain't no excuse. See, even for those of us who grew up around that and we saw these horrible models for manhood and masculinity, that's not an excuse either. You got to be a better man and you got to do what you have to do to become a better man. There's no excuses. That's one thing that's really dangerous about Umar. Then we're going to move on. Thanks, Lewis, for super chat. One thing that's real dangerous about Umar is that he sets a very poor precedence and example for what it means to be a man. And he has his Umar Johnson cult followers stuck on stupid. I'm sorry, I take that back. Umar Johnson cult followers, he got them believing that he's a great man. There's nothing manly about Umar. See, men provide, men protect. See, men keep women safe. Umar's not doing any of that. Men take care of their children, even if they have to struggle. They still stick to it and they continue to do better and they continue to do better. That's what men do. Not Umar. But he has so many people fooled because he is the great deceiver of our time. I've told people this so many times, you see, and it sets such a poor example for black youth and young black men to follow. See, it's one thing if you got, you know, in the music, in the movies and in the media where you got these black men portraying, it's really these, it's just so ridiculous. I mean, I've been on the planet long enough to see the game. See, but that's one thing. But then when you have someone who people look up to as some sort of a leader, and that's how he's living, It just sets a very poor precedent for these younger black men to follow. And that's one of the reasons why Umar is so dangerous. Okay? Thanks for the super chat, Lewis Love. Chavis, what's up? Chavis says, how ironic that Umar tried to G-check Nick Cannon for having a lot of baby mamas. Meanwhile, he's out here doing it, but not paying a penny. Hashtag deadbeat tuned. Yeah, absolutely. But see, listen, Nick Cannon, he's from Diego. And the fact that he even has Umar on is suspect, in my opinion. I think it's some bullshit, in my opinion. Okay. But the truth of the matter is that you have two men who are creating all these baby mamas. See, understand this, that if you got baby mama after baby mama after baby mama after baby mama, what that means is that you're non-committal. And then when you have all these different baby mamas and all these babies all over the place, there's no way that you're going to be able to be in their lives significantly, consistently, because they're all over the place. And yeah, Nick Cannon got hundreds of millions of dollars or something like that, but I'm talking about being present in your children's life and actually showing them, you know, you're building with your wife. He can't do that because he got all these baby mamas all over. Well, Umar is an even worse example. Because this Chavis, I was gonna drop that in bomb. I ain't gonna do it. Umar, he got baby mamas, at least 3, and he ain't even got a job. He ain't got no money except the money that Umar Johnson sent his bum ass for when he get up here and start begging in front of these trap bands. This is some wild shit. This Umar Johnson saga is crazy, y'all. It's nuts. You see what I'm saying, Chavis? But neither one is good. Okay, but at least Nick Cannon got some money he could throw around to keep things going. Umar don't even have a job, living inside his mama closet. See, when Nick Cannon want the kids to come, and the kids come over, the kids, yeah. What Umar gonna have the kids come to? Hotel, motel, his mama closet? No, come on now, that's crazy. I'm trying to tell y'all, this ain't nothing like this Umar Johnson. And I was thinking about this today. Then we got to get to it because we already passed the time. Oh, I got 4 more minutes. We ain't got to the video yet. I was thinking about this. I don't forget I was going to say, let's keep going. It's just, now this is what I was going to say. This Umar Johnson saga, it's just nuts. And that's why I think this, in my opinion, at least at this point, with the research, that's why I have been live streaming, because I've been doing this research and getting this next segment for this documentary done. What I'm doing with this documentary, in my opinion, it's never been done before. Okay, so let me go ahead and be a little arrogant right now. It's never been done before because you got someone who's been scheming and scamming and out here living a life of sexual promiscuity and debauchery, turning of the heat down, gambling, betting on football games, and I mean all the stuff dealing with Umar, all the stuff you guys can come up with, claiming to be a school psychologist, claiming to be a principal, claiming to be a vice principal, as if he's currently these things. And he does this for decades now. And then I come along and I have all the receipts, and I'm compiling all the receipts to not only tell his life story, but then also expose the truth that this guy is a scam artist and a charlatan. And so I can go from birth, you know what I mean? From birth all the way to 2025. And if I stay on the trajectory, birth meaning 1974 all the way to 2025. So if I stay on course with this, by the time we get to the middle of this year in 2025, I should be close to being done. And then I'll drop the documentary in full. Okay. I don't think it's been done before, because it's a unique case for Umar to have all of this, just in cyberspace, to have all of these videos out there of him running his mouth and snitching on himself. You see? And then I can put it all together with how my mind works and put it into a documentary format. Okay, so this is going to be really interesting, but it only works because of 2 reasons. Number one, the fact that I have people who are supporting me in Could Crush Chat. So I'm going to thank everyone now, also all the members too. That helps a lot. But then also everyone else who's done ancillary research, who sent me information. I'll make sure that I'll acknowledge everyone inside the documentary when it's final. Okay. Thanks, Chavis, for the super chat. Okay, let me get to these other ones real quick. Then we're gonna get to the video. Instigata says, "Would you ever box Dr. Umar if he challenged?" Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm in fairly good shape. I mean, it would have to be something like for charity or something like that, and he couldn't make a penny off of it. I would do it. I would do it. I'll get in shape. You know, I'm one of my sons. He's in the MMA. He's all buff and stuff, so he can train me. You know, and I'll be ready to go. It would be good. We can do pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a game. I mean, it'd be a lot. But see, Umar, he want to get paid. I said, no, we're gonna put all this money is gonna go towards it'll go towards King Randall School, and it'll go towards what's the brother's name in New York? I donated to him too. I can't remember his name right now. My bad. No disrespect. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The Ziax Institute, Q Butter. I'm sorry. Man, I got that, boy. Yeah, Q Butter. There you go. Yeah. All of it has to go to Q Butter, and it had to go to King Randall. And I'll do it. I'll pay for it too. I'll pay to see it myself. All right, thanks for the super chat. Truth is John says, do you remember the woman who interviewed who said Umar gave her $500 after having a sexual encounter with him? Yeah. And that's not the only, because I've talked with women offline too. And they talked about how that's something, and what's strange about it. And so for people who don't know, one of the things that Umar, and I've actually seen the receipt and everything, he would, again, it's consensual sexual interactions with women. But there are women who dealt with Umar, and for whatever reason, even though it's consensual, it's not as if he has to pay for it or anything like that, talking about financially, but then he sends them money afterwards. Okay, this is just one of, I don't know. There's something, it's just weird behavior to me. It really is. That's something I can't understand. And truth using logic, again, let's use some logic here. Umar doesn't have a job, so who's paying for that? See, everything that Umar has is paid for by you donors. The last time Umar worked a job, from my research, is in and around 2010. So everything that Umar has since 2010, in and around 2010 to 2025, January of 2025, it is the result of you Umar Johnson followers. And since 2014, everything that he has up to this point to 2025 is because of you donors. And guess what? Not one black child has been educated. Y'all done sent this guy $2.6, $2.7 million by now. Okay? So real quick, truth is logic. Not only is the behavior weird, but it's also just the way I think is that it's reflective of a mentality that Umar has when it comes to sex. And the fact that he goes over to Ghana and he's dealing with a sex worker, just it's reason to pause. Like, okay, what's really going on here? You know, is the behavior reflective of his interactions with people who he has to pay or who ask for money? And so it's become so normalized for him that whenever he has these types of interactions, he'll go ahead. I mean, he'll shoot them some money, but it's not. And again, that's speculation on my part. But just the behavior itself, it doesn't make any sense to me, unless he's preconditioned at this point to do something like that. You see, and again, that money is not money that he's earned outright. That's money that he's gotten from you donors because he told y'all he was going to open up a school that does not exist. Okay? Thanks for the super chat. Okay, let me get these other ones. We got to get to, because we got another live stream for you members, and I'm supposed to start in 2 minutes. Thanks for super chat, Truth and Logic. What's up, Cheryl? Second one says, man, Umar ain't boxing nothing but them, them narcotics. Buckeye Nation. Yeah. I watched some of the game. I get to watch the whole thing. Yeah, Buckeyes, they've been good for a long time though too. Because I have a friend who he went to Ohio State. He became a professor of psychology, highly successful, but he was real smart. Freshman year when I was in college, the first time, he was from San Diego too. Real proud of that guy. I mean, he did a fantastic job. And then he's a professor at a college and has been for decades now. So he's done very well for himself. But anyway, I remember he said when he first started going there, he would always post about the national, about the Buckeyes and stuff. And then all these years later, I mean, they've won quite a few championships since that time. So thanks for the super chat, Cheryl Schoolboy. But here's the thing though, how you gonna have on a Philadelphia? It looked like a Philadelphia Eagles hat. Well, I guess it's different because that's NFL. Then you got the NC. Okay, I got it. Never mind. I was like, man, you tripping. All right, thanks for the super chat. Iceman Vamp says Kung Fu Tunde versus brutality. I would do boxing. I wouldn't do MMA though. That's too much. That's too much. You know, the grappling. Nah. Boxing. I wouldn't mind. But you know, I would do it. No, really, I would. See, I don't think Umar won't do it though. But again, all the money had to go to Q Butter and King Randall School. Okay. All right. That would be wild. Lewis Lex says, I can picture that fight. Didi Rail will be in the corner. Didi Rail will be his corner man. Didi Rail, Umar, you're losing this fight. I'm spiking your gloves. Umar, you might have to. It's too wild. But who would be my quarterman? No, you know what I'm saying. I gotta have a quarterman too. I need to know who would. Good question. Then we got to get to it. Who would be my quarterman? Okay, my son, he can train me, but who would be my quarterman? Yo, thanks, Lewis. Love. Gerald Secondmore says, born and raised in Ohio. Oh, okay. Eagles fan since I saw Randall Cunningham. Yup. For the first time in 1988. Yeah, man. Randall Cunningham, he was the dude back in the day. Yeah, he was the original Michael Vick. A lot of people don't know about, and he could pass too. He has some good wide receivers too. I was a fan. I was a huge fan. Warren Moon too. So a lot of people don't remember Warren Moon, but Warren Moon, he couldn't run, but he could pass his ass off. But Randall Cunningham, boy, he was one of my favorite football players from back in the day. Yeah, I was a huge fan. Then back then, the Eagles, I liked their helmets. I don't think they're the same now. Huh? No, they're different now. Anyway, Randall Cunningham, he was something else. He's like he was the one that really incorporated the running and the passing and was efficient at both. Because you got some quarterbacks who were really good passers, but they couldn't run. Then you had ones that were really good runners, but couldn't pass all that well. But he did both very, very well. Yeah, he changed the game. Yeah, shout out to Randall Cunningham. Yeah. Okay, and thanks for the super chat. Okay, let's get to it now. All right. That's it. KKC, he would be my quarterback. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, Lenon Tyson. How's it going? How's it going, Mixer Spotica? Rampage Jackson. You gonna be my quarterback, Black Mario? I would be your quarterback. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that's cool right there. Someone said. Yeah. Y'all crazy. Boy, Cookie Crush chat is undefeated. Boy, y'all crazy. Yeah, Information Man be good too, though. Yeah, Big Nab. Yup. I was a Big Nab fan too. Yeah, I know. I saw that today. It's snowing in Florida, like real snow on the beach. No, that's too much. What's up, Ed? Okay, let's get back to it. Yeah, that'd be perfect, Gold Child. Tariq Nasheed, he'd be my quarterback. We're gonna have to do a vote on this in the future live stream, shall we? Okay. Yeah. No, that'd be good. Information Man. Because this guy, he's solid. I think he would be a perfect ref. He's fair. You know, I think Information Man would be the perfect ref. Okay, so I would have KKC be in my corner, and then Tiff the All right, let's get back to it, boy. What's up, Craig? Tyreek. Miguel Haxon. Yeah, he'll be my quarterback. All right. Okay, let's get to it. We've been goofing off long enough. Okay. All right, so here's the video from yesterday. Yeah, Stigma would be a good ref, though, too. He would. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. This is a video from yesterday. I haven't watched it yet, but I have it downloaded. Here we go. Yeah, boy, she'll train me up real good, bro. She'll get my knockout power. She'll get that knockout power because Big Ann, she didn't play no games. he like, listen, I'm gonna need you to start mean mugging. I said, what? I'm serious, you haters. I'm gonna need you. Cause you know how she be breathing all heavy to stop hating. And I'm gonna need you to start mean mugging, Lenor. Say, can you show me an example? What you mean? I sure will. She with the big ass, she'll mean mug like a mug. Remember she was in that gym, she was like, and you haters. I said, you better calm down, Big Ann. You need to stop it. All right, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Somebody said Shannon Sharp is the rap. Boy, that's too funny. Y'all crazy. All right, let me get out of here, this chat room. All right. Was that the one that you... No, I don't think she wore a leather vest, did she? I hope she didn't wear no leather vest. I don't remember her wearing no leather vest. Anyway, I could pull her up if you remind me. If you want me to, I can skip. If you remind me, I could pull up Big Ann because she's one of the old characters from the saga. She's not around anymore. Okay, let's get back to it. We goofing off all day. What's up, KKC? What's my boxing name? When I was a kid, my favorite boxer before Mike Tyson was Sugar Ray Leonard because his last name was Leonard. And my name's Lenon. So Lenon Sugar. I ain't gonna go there. That's too far. Because that was Sugar Shane Mosley too. I would go with Lenon. I don't know. I don't know. All right, that's enough now. Y'all need to stop. So, yeah, that's cool. Lenon the Horror Honor. Sugar Ray. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, he sure was. He was the horror. Sugar cane. Yeah. I remember Prince Nassim too. Yeah, he was very flamboyant with his. Nah, that's too much. I watched this video of not Zaz Ali. Oh my goodness. Ali's daughter, because she was talking about her career and stuff. Real pretty woman too. How about Lucius? Nah, that's not. I don't like that one. Someone said Domino. What's up, Black Anonymous? Anyway, we'll come back this at another time. All right. Leonard, my girl said that's nobody love gets her in the mood.
See her eyes shine, she's my snow bunny queen. In the winter lights, she's my sweet dove of green. Tuck to my nose, this lover's sky is so raw. Make you lose, stepping out, run out of control.
It's me against the light.
Snow bunny.
Moving on the bar. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
No, that's
Grandpa Cecil, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. I had to end this poll to start another one. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna close this poll out. So the question, if you guys haven't voted on this, go ahead and vote now. Why did Umar return to the abandoned buildings? 9% say to work on renovations, 10% say to take a nap, 70% said to beg for money, and 11% says to turn the heat down. And if I could vote, I would put to beg for money because that's what he does. He goes up there for that. In fact, last year, one of the things I noticed was that last year, 2024, was the year where he went up there the least amount to live stream. And I'm sure that if we did the research, we would see that 2019, he was up there a lot more. 2020, he's up there a whole lot more. 2021, he starts to fall off. No, he was probably still up there significantly. But then by the time we get into 2022, I would think that that's when Umar started to go up there less. 2023, even less. 2024, he didn't go up there. Very rarely did he go up there. And so now right now in 2025, he goes back up there, but it's just to get money. See? Okay, let me go ahead and close this poll out. And thanks everyone who voted. About 700 votes for that poll. And then I'm gonna set up a poll now. I wish they could. Let me see if it allowed me to do. Yeah, no, y'all can do one poll at a time. Okay, so let me go ahead and end this poll. All right, so real quick. What should be Lenon's, I hate saying it that way, Lenon's boxing name? Okay. So one was, well, you guys go, let's someone said Lenon the Whore. I like that one. Lenon the Whore. Go ahead and put some in real quick, because we only can put 4 in here, but I'm gonna put Lenon the Whore because I like that one. Well, that's a derivative, so that's cool. Lenon Whore. Sugar Ray Honor. I like that one too. Someone said Laser Lenon. Sugar Ray Honor. I like that one. Okay. What else we got? Someone said Lightning Lenon Honored. I like that one too. Sweet Lenor. Lenon the Crush. I like that one. I got to put that one in there. Lenon the Crush. All right. See, we only can put one more in here. Lights Out Lenon. Lenon. Honorable Sweet Lenor. I like that one too. Lightning. I like that one too. Lightning. Did I put that one on there? Okay, I'm gonna think. I'll hold on to that one. Someone said Cassius. Tank. Nah. Umar's first nightmare. Oh man, that's wild. Hey, how's it going, beautiful Bendies? Yeah, I like Lights Out. Let me go ahead and put that one in here for now, but I might change that one. Lenon Lights. Okay, yeah, I like that one, baby. That one's cool. Someone said Lenon Pennywise in the world. Lenon the Exposed versus the Lion Cookie Crushing Pan African. sugar cookie. Yeah, I'm gonna play it again. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. I like Bruce Lenor too. How's it going, Erica? I like that one too. yeah, you always on time for that. I like Laser Lenon too. So Lenon the Whore, Sugar Ray Honor, Lenon the Crush Honor, Lenon Lights Out Honor. I like Laser Lenon. Let me see. Lenon the Whore, Sugar Ray. Okay, let's do Sugar Ray Horror. How about that? That way I can free up a space. And I'm going to put Laser Lenon in here because I like that one. Yeah, let him bring in the receipts. That's actually a good one too. Sugar Ray Horror, Laser Lenon. Yeah, I actually like that one. Yeah, but I don't know what else I can take out of there. Whoa. Letting the Snow Money Love. Oh, okay, right on. Yeah, I like that one too. That was cool. Lenon. Yeah, that one's cool too. I like that more than Laser Lenin. Let me put Lenon horror. Okay, we're just gonna go with these ones for now. We can come back to this at a later time. Okay, sweet feet. Yeah. Pause. That's cool too. Lethal. Yeah, that one's cool too. I like that one. These B. Yeah, I'm getting carried away. We ain't done nothing during this live stream. Yeah, that one's cool too, Anita. Lightning. Yeah, I like that one too. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let me get out this chat because we ain't gonna get nothing done. Okay, so I'm going to put these in. What should be Lenon's boxing name? Lenon Horror, Sugar Ray Horror. But that's the same, huh? Sugar Ray. Yeah. I'm gonna leave in Sugar Ray Horror. And then Lenon the Crush Honor, Lenon Lights Out Honor, and let me do one more. You guys crazy. The Knockout King. That's cool. What's up? What's up, real man? Big Bad Lenon. That's cool too. That sounds like a wrestling name. I'll use a webcam. It's a Logitech. It's actually kind of old too. They're probably probably have a newer version of it. Hell, here we go. Beat down. Okay. Yeah, I like the Lights Out too, but I have that Lenon Lights Out Honor. I'll put that one in because we got to go. Okay, so I'm going to put in Lenon. It's Monday. Y'all crazy. It's Monday Honor. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start this poll. Y'all get your votes in. We'll have to come back to this probably at another time. Well, what should be Lenon's boxing name? Lenon, It's Monday Honor. That's too funny, DD. Sugar Ray Horror, Lenon the Crush Honor, and Lenon Lights Out Honor. All right. Okay, so y'all have at it. Let's get back to this video so we can actually get some work done because we have another live stream for members right after this. All right, here we go. I'm off tomorrow too, so I may get on here and live stream and do a documentary where I'm actually doing research. It'll probably be earlier on in the day. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna come back to this, but we got to get going here. Here we go. Yeah, I like that one right there. Man, I like that one. Yeah, I think that's the one for me. Lenon Enterprise Honor. Starch. Yeah, I like that one. Sugar Toast. Sugar Ray Lenon. Yeah, I like that one too. They're all good though. Here we go. What is he doing?
We right back like we never left.
But you did leave, Umar. Cut it out. Goofy, you just coming up here to beg for money.
Marcus Garvey has been pardoned. Dr. Umar has his Ghanaian citizenship. I said Marcus.
Okay, there's no correlation between the two, but he's going to make a correlation because that's what Umar does. I actually talk about this in the next segment of the documentary. What Umar, it's his need to feel important. So he has to associate him getting not his passport, but getting his citizenship. They was giving citizenships out to white people too up over there. You guys know that? So cut it out, Umar. But he has to make it, Marcus Garvey the thing being exonerated. Pardon. He's not exonerated. He's just pardoned. Okay, there's a difference between the two. But Umar, he has to spin it as if it's some big deal.
Garvey has been pardoned. Dr. Umar has his Ghanaian citizenship. I said the most honorable, the right excellent Marcus Garvey has been pardoned, and the Prince of Pan Africanism has his Ghanaian citizenship. Shout out to all my fellow Ghanaian Africans. Shout out to my Ashanti Africans and my.
Why he out here yelling and screaming and stuff? It's late at night. Crazy. And it's cold out there too. Anybody want to go see how cold it was in Wilmington last night?
Ga Africans, my Volta region Africans, my Kumasi Africans, my Accra Africans, my Elmina Africans.
Yeah, I know that's a good point, D-Dezo. Who walks around with their passport? See? Yeah, this crib. Never mind. Yeah, but he has to make it a big deal. You know, he always has. That's the thing about Umar. He always has props. He always has props. Cheryl Secondborn says, "Lenon, eat the kids." Yeah, well, it is what it is. Now I don't be eating all the kids' snacks. Some of them I do, but not all the kids' snacks. I'll usually leave it to them. You know, as a father, sometimes I won't eat their snacks because I'll be thinking they're not gonna have any. So I said, let me leave your snacks alone. But I have been known. Okay, thanks, Cheryl Secondborn. Lewis X says King Kong versus the King of Receipts. Yeah, I mean the thing is that could be what it's billed as. King Kong versus the King of Receipts. Yeah. But then we each have we still got to do a poll to figure out what Umar's name is. Don't do it now. We're going to do that in another live stream. Okay. But as of right now, 53% they're saying Lenon Lights Out Honor. 12% saying Lenon the Crush Honor. 24% say Sugar Ray Horror. And 10% said Lenon It's Monday. I like Lenon It's Monday. All right. But it could be billed as King Kong versus the King of Receipts. That would be cool. I like that. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. And thanks for the day. Here we go. Look at this guy. Anybody find out how cold it is out there? Did my screen just freeze or my mouse stop working? Oh, I think I was trying to reconnect. Hold on one second, everybody. Let me see. There we go. Okay. Anyone find out how cold it is out there? If you guys know, let me at least 10 degrees at night. Yeah, but Aki, what was it yesterday though? I know it's cold though. I know it's cold out there. What's up, Vera? Here we go.
My fellow Ghanaians, oh yes, I pledge allegiance to the red, gold, and green, just like I pledge allegiance.
Damn. Yesterday it was 18 degrees in the daytime and 6 degrees last night in Wilmington. That's crazy. How's it going, Sasha Love? Thanks for letting me know. That's nuts. This guy was out there. It would have to have been probably about maybe 10 degrees by that time. That's crazy. 16 degrees, 9 p.m. last night. Okay, so let's go with 16 degrees. That's still cold. My goodness gracious. And he's out there in the cold. He ain't renovating. He just goes up there to get money. See, Umar has to really be in a bad situation financially. See, he done tricked off all that money over in Africa. If he has to go up here in 6-degree weather to beg for money, who does that? Think about that. And you guys know Umar, he doesn't like the cold. Like he has stated it in lectures where his body doesn't adjust well to the cold because he doesn't have much muscle mass. That's really what the issue is. I don't mean to be mean to the guy or disparage the guy, but he doesn't have much muscle mass. See, so his ability to regulate, because men and women were able to. It's different. Now I'm not saying all across the board, but men can regulate temperatures better in general than women can. And that's why women, they don't like being in the cold. So I tell my son, same thing. Like if we got groceries to get out the car and it's cold or snowing or something, we said, let's get the women in and we're going to get these groceries up out of here. And I tell my daughters, my wife, y'all go on in the house and we'll get the groceries. And that's so that they're not exposed to the elements like that. That's one of the things about being a man. You don't have your women exposed to the elements like that. See, so the irony is that Umar, he decides on acquiring these abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware, and it's cold out there. And you know all the renovation work that needs to be done. There's no HVAC. There's no heating. That's even to this day. Why would you do something like that when you know that? And Umar stated he cannot stand the cold. He doesn't like it. He can't be in it because he just don't have the muscle mass the way that his body is. I ain't gonna be mean to the guy, but it is what it is. Why would you even purchase these abandoned buildings in this cold climate like that? It makes no sense whatsoever. But this goes to show you that Umar never had a plan, and he's thoroughly unequipped to handle this type of job, including physically. He's almost 50. He's 50 now. I've never seen this guy, not to go off, I've never seen him with a hammer, never seen him doing no drywall, moving heavy objects, or any of that stuff. All these years, almost 6 years since he acquired these abandoned buildings. Well, that's because Umar's not built like that. On top of that, he's lazy. But I'm talking about physically as a man, he's not built for that type of work. See? He's not even built to be out in the cold for a couple of minutes. But see, the thing is, he'll get up there because he has to get some money. He needs that money. So it's a horrible situation when Umar got to be out here in 16 degree, 14, 10 degree weather begging for money with a passport in his hand. Kind of goofy. I guess blubber. So blubber's different. That's different now, okay? Blubber's different. I shouldn't even joke like that. I apologize. It was like, thank you so much for a super chat. Now, Lenon, where did you get that from? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Umar, he's actually said that he does. And I have a couple of videos where he does this, where he said that he doesn't like the cold weather. And that's why it's a trigger for him when we get into the fall. And that's why he tries to book venues that are either down south where it's warmer, or he'll go over to Africa like he did this year. And then he comes back and you see where he has to beg for money because he has to get up out of here again. Okay? He's probably going to go to his next speaking engagement, probably someplace warmer. See? But that's what he's done this for so many years now. But it just goes to show you that he's not equipped to handle or even manage a project like this. This guy can't even stand. I can pull up the videos right now where he actually says this. One time he was giving a lecture and they had a little fan on him, because they figured he's going to be lecturing. It's probably warmer there, and they put a fan on to cool him down. And he felt the fan. He was like, "Where's that air coming from?" And he was really distraught about it. He goes, "No, y'all gonna have to move that." Well, that's because his body, he can't take the cold. I don't mean to disparage the guy. I'm just telling you guys, and I've done the research. I have examples of it. I can pull up at least 4 examples where he either talks about, at least 6 examples where he either talks about how he doesn't like to be in the cold, or he actually has an experience where there's a fan blowing on him and he gets upset about it. He tells people to either turn the fan off or to move the fan because he doesn't want that wind on him. Or it's not even wind, but he doesn't want the cold on him. Anyway. All right. And Par B became a new member. Thank you so much. In fact, for you members, right after this, we're going to be doing the live stream to cover the next segment of the documentary. It's about 40 minutes long, and we'll just sit through it and watch it straight through. And this is ongoing. I hope to have it done by the middle of the year. We'll see. Okay. Thank you all again. Cook for Chef. Thank you all so much for being here too. Okay. Black Anonymous, shout out to Black Anonymous, says, it's sad. Realistically, what else can he do? I don't think he can get a job because I don't expect he can pass a drug test into all the antics that can be found on the web. Yeah, he's not employable in a professional sense for sure. I mean, if Umar decided to, I don't know, I can't see him in any professional capacity because of the substance abuse issues, but then the antics online, the types of things that he said online. I mean, the sexual explicit talk that he's done online and talking about crushing cookies. And I mean, he's done. See, the thing though, Black Anonymous is the research shows, and you already know this. Umar, he made a decision a long time ago. He made a decision to give up his, and he actually says this. I have videos where he says, I have this inside of my notes, where he gives up his professional career because he wants to speak. In other words, he decides to because he couldn't do both. You can't be a school psychologist while you're traveling around the world doing speaking engagements. It's just not, you just can't do it. See, and Umar back then, he was all over the place, all around the world. It was consistent. Like nowadays, you guys look at his schedule, he doesn't have much going on. Usually in February, he had jam-packed because it's Black History Month, right? Not this coming year. Go look at his calendar. January 2. Not much going on, but that's because his reputation precedes him. He's burned so many bridges. People don't want to hire him. People don't, he's scammed people who paid him money. He scammed King Randall out of a couple of thousand, I think it was $3,000, something like that. So people don't, it's not like what it was, and you remember this back in his heyday. So a part of what I'm getting at is that Umar, he made a decision a long time ago that he was going to give up his professional career because he wanted to get more into the Black conscious space. And understand this too, and I'll show this inside the documentary. Umar, he didn't become part of the Black conscious community until relatively later. Prior to that, he was a practicing Sunni Muslim. You guys know that? So Umar likes to tell the story like he was Black conscious going all the way back when he was in junior high school. That's a lie. Not at all. No, not at all. He was a practicing Sunni Muslim, and that's what he was about. He was about, understand, that's why he still talks about polygamy. It's a derivative, and I have the art. Black Anonymous, shout out to Black Anonymous, sent me the receipt. I've been looking for a long time. I had it a long time ago, but I just couldn't find it. It's probably on an old hard drive. But Black Anonymous sent me the receipt, and it's an article that he wrote for the school newspaper at Millersville University. And he has on the garb and everything and the skull cap. because he was a practicing Sunni Muslim. So he likes to tell the story as if he's so-called black conscious. Now, he did go to some black conscious events, and that'll be inside the documentary, the segment of the documentary. But that was more of Umar learning about the black conscious community. I'm talking about him being full-fledged and committed to it. Didn't happen too much later on. In fact, he didn't even know what the UNIA was when he was in college as an undergraduate. He didn't learn about what the UNIA was until after he graduated. And there's a whole story he tells about this. It's in the next segment of the documentary. And he knew about he knew about who Marcus Garvey was, but he didn't have deep knowledge about Marcus. He actually admits this. He didn't have deep knowledge about Marcus Garvey. And the reason why is because he was a practicing Sunni Muslim. That was his thing. The whole black conscious space, it comes much, much later on. And that's why I'm grappling with this idea in the documentary about Umar having an identity crisis that goes back to childhood and not really being able to determine or ascertain who he truly is. Is he Pimp Big Papa? Is he a professional that dresses in suits sometime who's supposed to be a school psychologist, but he ain't got no office and he don't work for the school system since 2010. It wasn't even a school system in Philly, it was a charter school. But anyway, see, who's Umar exactly? See, is he the Sunni Orthodox Muslim? Is that Umar? Is it Lil Jermaine? Is that him? See, what about King Kong consciousness? Is that Umar? The SETI rant? Which one is Umar? See, what I'm getting at is that if you guys really get into the Umar, and that's why the document is important. You get into his timeline, you'll see the different iterations of Umar. But the truth is, this guy don't even. Boy, I'm getting loose with that thing today. This guy don't even know who he is. In 2025, he don't know who he is. That's why you see him, he'll have on a fitted hat and a dashiki, and then some jeans that he done have for 40 years, and then some Nikes on. He don't know who he is, but he want to tell black people who you are and what you need to be. And get on that Cash App, get on that PayPal, run me them donations, P.O. Box. So get back to what Black says. What could he do? And it is true. I mean, he's painted himself in such a horrible corner to be in. But you see, Black Anonymous, really with Umar, it's not even about any of this, because he's so far beyond trying to grapple with this notion of being a functional in society where he's earning a legitimate living. He's so far beyond that. And I'm not saying in a positive way. What I'm saying is that what Umar, even before he could even attempt to get back on track with any of that type of thing, he would need to go and get the type of mental health services and substance abuse services that he needs to get his life in order in the first place. But how can you do that when you think that you're literally the Christ? He said this shit. I have him on record saying that he's the Messiah, which he ties to because he's a descendant of Frederick Douglass, which he's not. See, he don't even know who he is. That's why Jamal Johnson lied to him when he was a kid. That's why it's so problematic. Don't lie to your kids. And Jamal Johnson knows that they're not related because he took a DNA test. I already provided the receipt. They took a DNA test. And it comes back that they have no genetic relationship to the baby line, none whatsoever. But he still runs with the lie. Umar does to this day. And Jamal Johnson, to a degree, he still runs with the lie. But that goes to show you a lack of character on both. See? But that's part of the identity crisis, because Umar, he had already been propped up as he's a descendant of Frederick Douglass. So now he has to be Big Papa. He has to be the most requested. He has to be all these different, but all of that is an illusion. Umar doesn't even know who he is. So what else can he do? Well, that's a good question. I don't know. Walmart time. Let me stop. Anyway, yeah, he sure was. He sure was. He sure was, and not to go here, but I'm gonna go here real quick. Even Umar's lifestyle with having all these baby mamas and children all over the place and not taking care of them and all this kind of shit. Listen, his daddy wasn't present consistently in his life, and he abandoned that family and started a whole new one. When he shipped Umar off, and it was in the 9th grade, when he shipped Umar off, Jamal decided to ship him off to the boarding school. and separated him from his siblings, the other kids, and separated him from his mama. He wasn't even living inside. Jamal wasn't even living inside that house. He wasn't living with them. See, they were living with the grandmama. See, in fact, when they divorced, that's when Umar and the rest of them kids and the mama, they had to go back to Philadelphia and devolved into poverty and living in poverty. That's what Umar said. I remember being homeless and all this kind of stuff. Well, you see, but listen, I'm not making a comparison between Umar and Jamal. I'm saying that if your daddy wasn't shit and you're not going to make changes so that you can do better, then you ain't going to be shit either. And that's hardcore, but that's the truth of the matter. But guess what, black men? If your daddy wasn't shit, that's not an excuse for you to be shit. You feel me? Plenty of us, we already done been through all. No. We do better. That's what we do. We still struggle, yes, but we do better. But in Umar's case, he didn't do better. It could be argued that he's done worse. See? All right. Okay, let's get back to this video. We're supposed to be here for an hour, but we're already an hour and 22 minutes. We got another live stream coming up for members. We got some another new members to hell in high water. Thank you so much for becoming a member. We're going to do another live stream right after this for members only. And LaShonda Lemon, I think you became a new member. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Everyone else that become members today, I appreciate it. And also by becoming a member, you get access to a whole bunch of other stuff too. I mean, we have a couple of years of content that's exclusive for members, and then the documentary, you get access to each one of the segments. We'll be doing the 4th segment. There's an introduction, there's part 1, part 2, and part 3, which is what I'm going to share with everyone today after this live stream. Okay, thanks again for becoming a member. Lewis Suck says he can do debt collection over the phone with the way he repeats things. You don't want to pay? You don't want to pay? Okay, then pull up T. You don't want to pay that money? Okay, pull up team. Ski mask. What he was saying? He said a ski mask club or some shit. One time, who was talking about the ski mask? yeah. I got Goonie goons. One time he said he got 50 goons in Chicago. I said, what? I found that video recently. I said, man, this guy is nuts. Like, I ain't paying shit, man. And you, hello? Who's that? It's Umar. I want my money, bitch. You know, Umar, he can't do nothing. He's soft, but if it's for that money, who is it? It's Umar. I want my money, bitch. He said, wait a minute. I was just on the phone with you 2 seconds ago. Yeah, but I need my money. Yeah, he'll be a good debt collector. Okay. That's why. All right, thanks, Lewis. Okay. Umar yelling at night like, yeah, I know, but that's really what it is. But he's done this before. We've seen him do it before. But Big Sis Monica, in this case, he's coming. Listen, Umar just got back from Africa. See, people think about this. Before he went to Africa, what did he do? He went up there to go pick up trash to get money out of people. To say, yeah, get on your cash, get on your PayPal. Then he go over to Africa, spend all the money. He comes back, and what does he do? He has to go back up there again and to beg for money, yelling and screaming like a crackhead. Listen, Mixed Monica, I'm sure there's people up over there that live up over there. They think Umar's just a dope fiend. They have no idea. They don't know nothing about it. So, oh, here's another one. Yelling and screaming and shit. Thanks for super chat. Sasha Love says Umar's comfortably built like a refrigerator. Oh my goodness. But listen, Sasha, it wasn't always that way with Umar. It's just if you in the research, and I'm not going to share this inside the documentary, but it's something that I noticed that once that money started coming in 2014, going into 2015, that's when Umar his weight really started to get out of control. Okay, it was still a bit of an issue, but if you go back, he was slim and trim. Do I need to pull it up? Watch this. This will show you. Let's go to 2023. I think it's from 2015. 2005, I think is when that was recorded. But let me just make sure. 2000, yeah, that's what I have it as. Why isn't it coming up? It must be a different file format. That's why. When did it appear? I think it appeared online 2000. Yeah, see, I got that one too. 2010. Hold on one second, everyone. 2013. Yeah, he was still in decent shape then, but I'm looking for this particular video. I only have the image in that folder. I don't know why I didn't put it in. I mean, I could pull it up. I know where I can find it though. Yeah, let me pull it up in my notes. Thanks for super chat. Let's do this. Let me go ahead and let this play. And then let me go pull this receipt real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, let me start this from the beginning. I'll be right back.
We right back like we never left. Marcus Garvey has been pardoned. Dr. Umar has his Ghanaian citizenship. I said Marcus Garvey has been pardoned. Dr. Umar has his Ghanaian citizenship. I said the most honorable, the right excellent Marcus Garvey has been pardoned, and the Prince of Pan Africanism has his Ghanaian citizenship. Shout out to all my fellow Ghanaian Africans at. Shout out to my Ashanti Africans and my Ga Africans, my Volta region Africans, my Kumasi Africans, my Accra Africans, my Elmina Africans, my fellow Ghanaians. Oh yes, I pledge allegiance to the red, gold, and green, just like I pledge allegiance to the red, black, and green. I'm at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We got a school to finish for black boys. I said I'm at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We got a school to finish for black boys, and we're going to finish the school for black boys. FDMG is coming. Get on the bus or get ran over.
This is ridiculous. What does this flag from Ghana have to do with anything? I don't even understand this. I really don't understand this. What does this have to do with anything?
To the red, gold, and green, just like I pledge allegiance to the red, black, and green. I'm at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We got a school to finish for black boys. I said I'm at the Frederick.
Yeah, but understand that he went to a military academy from 9th grade through 12th grade. I covered that inside the documentary, this next segment. So that's what I mean, it's amazing. It's Umar. See, that's why when Umar, and we're going to do a marathon too on the 8th, I believe, which is Saturday. The acquisition was on the 7th of February of 2019, but I plan on doing a marathon because we got to cover all 3 videos that he released on February 7th. I think it was February 7th of 2000. February 7th? Let me look. Of 2019. But anyway, he released 3 videos. Yeah, it was February 7th. We're going to do a marathon. I plan on doing a marathon on February 8th, and we'll cover all 3 of those videos. And that marked the 6-year anniversary. But the point I was going to make was that that's why when Umar in the school announcement, announcement video, he was talking about how part of the curriculum was going to be military. They're going to teach the boys how to be black Rambos. Well, this is sourced from his childhood from being in a military academy. See, so that's why he knows the salutes and he can do them, all this type of thing. I would argue that one of the reasons why Umar to this day, he has a very difficult time keeping things organized was because there was a time in his life wherein he was so regimented to be organized, but he had to have people there to keep him regimented. And that's part of what the military is, high on discipline. You know, you carry things out step by step. Everything has to be having in its place. I'm like that. I've never been in the military, but I'm like that. Everything has to have its place. But see, once Umar gets out of that a militarized type of a situation, he goes to college, he doesn't have someone looking over his shoulder to keep him in line like that. And so he, over the years, he just reverts back to probably what he was in the beginning, which was, you know, basically a slob. I don't mean to say it that way, but someone who just didn't keep things tidy. And that's why when he flipped the phone, you saw his living conditions. Okay, there's mental health issues associated with that though too. But what I'm getting at is that to not have someone coddling Umar You see, that's why he wants you black women to coddle him. He wants y'all to take care of his ass. He wants y'all to send him $700 a month. He wants y'all to have a place for him to stay. He wants to drive your car. See, because in the real world, he's really trapped as a little boy prior to going to this military academy. He doesn't know how to fend for himself in the real world. He doesn't know how to make it in the real world. You see? But you guys hear Umar, when he does that, you see Umar, this is just the military training. It's still there. It's ingrained in him. But you can tell even when he talks about FDMG and the corporal punishment, we're going to have a black room in the back. And if their child acts up, we're going to pound their damn chest in, little boy. Who talks like that? You see? See, that's why Umar's dangerous in that sense, too. See, it's different if you have, if you're in the system and then you have checks and balances, you have superiors who are keeping you in line. But Umar, he's all out there. See? He's all out there. He's dangerous. A very good point. Yeah. We're going, and that's going to be in the next segment for the documentary. I specifically talk about that. It's something I'm grappling with. I'm not quite sure if it's something I'm going to actually include in the final cut. But if there's more evidence that comes out where I can actually, I don't know if I can actually prove that, but at least make it plausible, then I'll keep it in the documentary. But in my opinion, Umar doesn't know who he is. And he struggled with it throughout his life. That's why he comes up with all these fantasies about who he is and what he does. Okay? What's up, Barry says? Barry says, once again, Umar's carnal fantasies become manifest in his African trip. It's a running theme throughout his so-called career. Yeah. Barry, in the segment of documentary that I'll be doing after this live stream for members, I address Umar's two of these fantasies that Umar talked about. I mean, he has all kinds of them that he comes up with. In fact, FDMG is a fantasy. To be real with y'all, it is. What he conceptualized FDMG to be in the beginning was a massive 500-acre compound, complete with 2 schools, a hospital, a landing strip, a NASA building, a zoo. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's just batshit crazy stuff. And then there's going to be a FDMG river, a man-made river surrounding this 500-acre compound, one way in, one way out. That's fantasy land. That's delusional thinking. See? Well, the same thing applies to what I address inside the documentary. Umar, when he tells a story about meeting Lauryn Hill, see, and how she inevitably she gives him a kiss on the cheek. I kid you not. He said that's a whole story he tells about how she was on her menstrual cycle, and that's, man, what do you? But ultimately, she finds him in a dark gym, at the back of a dark gym, kisses him on the cheek and says, "Bye, cutie." Well, this is Umar's fantasies. It's in the next segment for the documentary. Some of y'all like, you making this. No, I don't. People say you lying, you make. No, I'm not. I don't do that. Okay, I kid you not. But another story he tells Barry is how they had Jay-Z come out to do a concert. And it was Jay-Z at Beehive, but then Jay-Z also had a crew with him from Brooklyn, like homies, like entourage. And Umar tells this long story about all this stuff that was happening. Then ultimately he says he almost got into a fight with Jay-Z. I'm sitting back like a physical fight. I said, man, if you don't stop, Umar just said that he had a whole crew. You mean to tell me that from Brooklyn? You mean to tell me that he has Jay-Z has an entourage from Brooklyn with him, and Umar, you almost get into a fight, like, you big and bad. Umar, would you stop with the fantasy land? But it's true. Umar, everything, the fantasy stuff always comes out, including the carnal fantasies when he starts talking about the freak off type of stuff. That's Umar. I'll give plenty of examples of that in the documentary too. I haven't gotten that far in the timeline because it back in early 2000s, Umar wasn't so deep into this carnal stuff, the sexual debauchery and stuff. I mean, he would make comments, and there's videos where he's talking about crushing cookies. No, not in 2000, because I go up to 2001. He was, yeah. So yeah. What I'm getting at is, even when we get into 2010, you don't hear it as much. It's not until much later on. And what has happened is that as Umar became more popular, more money's coming in for this fake school scam. It just allowed him, and it put him in a position where he can kind of fulfill all of these different types of fantasies, including the carnal fantasy with the freak off type of stuff. And it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. See? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The documentary is important because it's like in real time to be able to cover someone and then to give examples of Not just the scamming, but the debauchery and how that also comes into fruition more and more and more. I think it was always there. See, but I just think that he's been enabled by his followers to become what he is. It's not their fault per se, but he's been enabled mainly because they send him money. I mean, Barry, if someone gave you $200,000 a year, $150,000 a year, and you don't got to do anything for it, and you're able to go about and travel the world and do whatever, you would probably do it. I mean, if people just give it, I don't got to do nothing. You're gonna give me $150,000, $200,000. I got to do anything? Yeah, and then because I don't have to do anything, and in Umar's case, he's lazy. Okay, well, that's time. He has too much time on his hand. Then he gets into all this other freak off type of shit. And then he starts going off the rails. Now he's gambling and he's turning the heat down all the time because he got money to burn. It ain't his money. See? I can't say that I would do that. I'm just saying that someone would send me $150,000, $200,000 a year for free. You know, I might go and go buy a new car, you know, or two. You know what I'm saying? But not Umar. He got to get to anyway. Thanks, Bear, for suggesting. All right. Okay, let's get back to it here. And I have this other receipt. In fact, what I need to do, and I know I have the actual video. I think I must have archived it for the wrong year, but the video first appeared in 2010. But I think it was recorded years prior to that. I would like to think 2006. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to pull this up just to go to show you, because we were talking about how, well, same thing with what Barry's saying, just Umar just indulging in things. Part of what happened too is as the money came in, this put him in a position to indulge in the eating, and he's just gluttonous in that way. And you'll see if you follow Umar and you watch those earlier videos, you start to see in terms of his physical appearance, you can tell he begins to degrade. He puts on a whole lot of weight, but that's because he had money and resources that were coming to him under this idea that he was going to open up a school to save black boys, but it was just a scam. And then now you see where he's at today. Okay, let me go. I'm gonna go ahead and download this. It's gonna take. I have it. I've played it before, but I just couldn't find. I put it in the wrong folder. In fact, I have a 2011 folder that's missing in that whatchamacallit, so I don't even know what I did with it. Anyway, let's get back to this while that's downloading. Here we go.
Allegiance to the red, gold, and green, just like I pledge allegiance to the red, black, and green. I'm at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We got a school to finish for black boys. I said I'm at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy.
He always has to have props. This is one of the manipulative tactics of Umar. For you Umar Johnson, just look out for these types of things. And these scammers too, they have props. Not only does he use the school buildings, and he only shows one side of the street because that's the only side of the street that has lights on. He uses the school buildings themselves as a backdrop. In fact, just by showing these buildings, it gives the illusion that he's doing something up there and that the school is about to open. So people are going to send him money just on that. Yeah, oh, we're getting close. We've been doing this for such a long time. But then he has props. He has his passport. There's no good reason for him to have his passport out here in the middle of the hood, standing over here in the snow. It looks like he's on the street. He might be on the sidewalk. But then he also has his flag. I'm assuming that's the flag of Ghana. Okay, what does that have to do with anything? Nothing.
We got a school to finish for black boys, and we're going to finish the school for black boys. FDMG is coming. Get on the bus or get ran over. Get on the Black Star Line or get ran over.
So he has to say Black Star Line because this associates himself with Marcus Garvey. You see what he's doing here? He already says it in the beginning how Marcus Garvey was pardoned, right? This is his way of connecting himself even further to Marcus Garvey. He tries to draw the correlation between Marcus Garvey being pardoned with him getting his citizenship in Ghana, as if they're related. There has to be a term for this. I've been looking for this, and I'm going to need it for the documentary because I actually have a segment in the documentary because we're into 2001, dealing with Umar, where he starts his first job, and I won't reveal it here, but you'll see it inside the documentary after this live stream. I have to get the terminology for someone who makes correlations between two events that have no relationship to each other, or two dates that have no relationship to each other. But Umar, when he does this, it's really to kind of prop himself out and try to prop himself up as if he's comparable to someone like Marcus Garvey. In fact, the color scheme of the FDMG buildings, he correlates those that black strip, towards the top of the building, just above the door. he compares that to the Black Star Line, that somehow it's related. No, that's not related, but that's what he does.
In
Anyway.
the building. Hit the Cash App, $ FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $ FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. I said paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Send that check of money.
Yeah, you see, it's about money. That's why he's up here. And this is just proof, conclusive proof that what he does is he goes up there to get money, and then he goes travel, right? In this case, he went to Africa, but then when he gets back, he's out of money, so he has to get back up there and ask for money. He's such a hoe. He really is, man. You out here on the track like not to be like that, but that's really what it is, man. Umar, you're supposed to be the most requested scholar and a school psychologist and a school principal and school vice president. You ain't nothing but a hoe. A hobo. He got to get up here and hold to get some money so that he can have some money. It's a doggone shame. And it's been going on for such a long time. Where is this? Is this the thing right here? Yeah, this is it right here. I think this is it. No, that's not it. Hold on one second. No, that's not it either. Anyway, I was looking for this other thing. No, I have it, but it's just still downloaded. Here we go. Anyway, that's what he's doing here. He's up here to ask for money. Nothing more.
On the payable to FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, P.O. Box 9634.
And he's waving it and everything, man. Umar, you ain't got no shame, man. This is what you've been reduced to. Ranting and raging out here like a dope fiend, waving a flag around to get money to tell people to get on their cash apps, and it's like 15 degrees out there. Man, you've fallen off so bad.
P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809. That's right. Let the haters hate. This is the year of Pan Africanism. If you ain't with the red, black, and green flag,
Umar, you ridiculous, man. I don't even understand how he could even keep going with this shit. It's been so, but like Black Monster was saying, I mean, what else can he do? But damn.
Of the right excellent Marcus Garvey, then you ain't serious. You ain't serious. I'm running this shit right here. I'm the king. Everybody else then fell off. I'm the only man standing.
Nah, bro, you fell off, Umar. What are you talking about, man? It's sad. Hold on, everybody. I mean, Umar, let me just. Man, that's why this documentary is important, because I'm going to outline all this, and this video going to definitely be in it. This will probably be the chapter called the Ghana Saga. Ghana Saga. Umar, let's go back to 2000. This video appeared in 2011, but I think it was recorded years before that. I would think it was probably recorded in around 2005, 2006. But of course, I'm not sure, because Umar lies. In this video, he says that he's still in the UNIA, but he put in his resignation letter in 2005. So you go by based on what he says, he's a habitual liar. If you go, pathological liar. If you go by what Umar says, this would have to be in 2005 sometime. Okay, but I just want to guys, because we were talking about how Umar, when he's even falling off physically, look.
Abdullah Johnson, and I'm a member of the organization founded by the Right Excellent Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the Universal Negro Improvement Association. I belong to the Philadelphia division. By trade, I'm a school psychologist. And in the city of Philadelphia, I'm the youngest of only 4 black male school psychologists. Although,
all right, so he's claiming to still be employed by, excuse me, by the school district of Philadelphia, but my research shows that he was employed. He started in 2001 and he stopped in 2006. So this would mean that this particular, if we're going to believe what Umar's saying here, this video would have to have been between 2001 and 2006. Again, he says that he's still a member of the UNIA, so it would have to have been at the latest 2005. Okay, so this video could actually have, it didn't, again, it didn't come online until 2011, but it could have been recorded between 2001 and 2005, because at that time he was still in the UNIA going into 2005 when he put in his resignation letter. Furthermore, if you look even the quality of the video, it doesn't look like it's digital per se either. I mean, it could be, but it really actually looks like it could have been not even VHS tapes, but there was these other tapes that came before stuff became digitized. Anyway, 2000, I would say this is probably 2005, 2004. But look at how Umar, his appearance. Look at his mannerisms. You know, Umar, you saying that other people falling off. Look at this guy.
Philadelphia is the 5th largest school district in the city, in America, I'm sorry. I actually happen to be a relative of that man hanging on the wall, Frederick Douglass.
Okay, no, you're not. Now look at the difference. Look.
I'm the last man standing. I'm the greatest man standing. Let's do the work, family.
See this? Umar, you the one that's falling off. There's no debate about this.
His real name was Frederick Bailey, but he changed it to Douglass when he escaped to slavery, which is my family's name. He's actually a blood cousin. But I just want to give you some information that I hope can help you as you help children and families and parents in your communities and in your neighborhoods. School psychology, exactly what is that? The reason you probably don't know is because it was never.
Here's a video from 2005. So this is about 10 years later.
Also know that the FBI was created on who? The Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, J. Edgar.
This is Umar when he was pretending to be like this professional. This is that character. See, so
Hoover.
Umar, look how he's dressed. You know, he has on a 3-piece suit and tie. He has the pins. You know, he has his cell phone or his pipe, whatever they called it back then, strapped to his belt right there. He's well manicured. He's not ranting and screaming and yelling and talking about crushing cookies and get on your Cash App or any of this stuff. Umar suffers from an identity crisis. Okay, this is Umar, the psychologist right here, the professional, as he likes to say.
First full-time job with the FBI was to do what? Bring down greatest leader of the 19th century, the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. So COINTELPRO is still here. It's in the form of the disruptive behavior disorders, engineered by the government, the FBI, and who's the third factor? The drug companies. One thing you got to understand about psychology, it's no longer a true science. Psychology has become psychoeconomics. The makers of Ritalin and Strattera and Prozac and the National Institute.
Let's go to 2012.
The issue we have, which is to say whatever the ailment that affects a black person, far more powerful.
Be worked out.
Individual. And it.
Let me give you another one. Let me see if I got one with. Let's try this one. Yeah, here we go. Watch this.
Of a spiritual imbalance or the stoppage of energy. The stoppage of energy. And when you hold on to grudges, you actually stop the energy of life from cycling in. See, pain is weakness leaving the body. But many of us like to hold on to that weakness because we identify with it. So we want to hold it. We don't want to let it go. And some of us carry it around 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And whenever you're holding a grudge, you tend to age about.
See this? This is the professional Umar. Look, kind of looks like a nerd. See? He's still in fairly good shape. Yeah, this is 2012. Excuse me. Let's go to 2013. Yeah, many of you guys remember this one, right? I'm sure. This was wild. 2013.
Everybody in here's children being miseducated or psychiatrically medicated because you got somebody you can call on. I say the energy is in here. Now, let's talk about the facts.
Okay, this is Umar, 2013. He's about 39 years old. Okay, still not, you know, I mean, he's put on a little bit of weight, but that's to be expected, right?
64% of black children don't live with their fathers. There's 1 out of every 2 don't live with their fathers. Now, they might have at some point, they might later. But at some point in their life, they will not live with their fathers. That's a significant issue. But as a therapist.
Okay, then we get to 2014. This is when he starts the St. Paul school scam. That money starts coming in.
Whether it's $1 or $1,000, you know, I really want to say thank you. A deep thank you to everyone who's donated to the campaign. And again, most of them are silent supporters. Almost none of those names I gave to you are members of the conscious community. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback just to read some of the notes that have been included with some of the donation checks that I've received. Dr. Johnson, thank you for all you're doing.
Okay, now look what happens by the time we get into 2015, the beginning of 2015.
Oh, we doing okay.
You see what I'm saying? See, that money was coming in. And look at it. This is roughly 6 months after he started the campaign, the GoFundMe campaign, the St. Paul's College campaign. And look at him. He already, you can tell.
PayPal sabotaged us, y'all. Let me tell you how PayPal sabotaged. I called PayPal before I started using PayPal for the school fundraising. And I didn't want to use PayPal, but lazy Negroes kept talking about why I just can't make an online donation. Take your lazy ass to the post office and get a stamp. But anyway, they kept on bugging me, so I said, okay, let me do this PayPal. Now, I called PayPal first. I said, listen, I don't have tax-exempt status yet. I won't have it to the end of the year. And I don't want y'all to freeze my account. If y'all going to freeze my account, I don't even want to start with PayPal. They told me you should be fine. Now, check this out. We raised $25,000, PayPal don't say nothing. We raised $50,000, PayPal don't say nothing. We raised $100,000, PayPal don't say nothing. Soon when I get to $125,000, they freeze my damn account. I called them. I said, listen, can I talk to somebody about this? Because y'all told me this would not happen. Y'all know it take a while to get that tax exempt status from the IRS. I told you.
He showed you he didn't even have tax exempt status back then. Anyway, you see how that guts coming in? But look, here's the next year, 2016. I think I've proven my point. We keep going. We keep going. See? Look like he's storing snacks in his cheeks. You guys get my point? Look.
Intended for you to know. School psychologists are the.
See, again, like I said, because you got to give them grace, because as we age, I know I got a fat face too nowadays. Got a little gut coming in and everything. I lose some pounds. I got on the scale. I said, you a lie? I looked at it, you lying like a mother. You lying. Says, no, you know, they be the scales these days, they be talking and shit. No, I'm not lying. I'm telling the child. I said you a mother. No, this is insane. Say, well, how what if that's my weight, then how what else is weigh that butt? Beluga whale. Said fuck you, weight. What they call them things? Scale. I said fuck you, scale. I'm gonna take your batteries out. No, please. Anyway. So we got to get, because you know we put on a little word as we get older. But Umar, what my point is that after 2014, you start seeing it really. But that's because that money was coming in, and this trickles all the way to this day. I mean, it's always been about getting money so that he can live his lifestyle. See, look at this guy. I said, man, boy, you. Come on now, Umar. Talking about everybody else falling off. Umar, cut it out. Anyway, Atomic Reflection became a new member. Thank you so much. Let's close this out because we still got to do this member live, and it's about 40 minutes. The video 45 minutes, so we got to get to the whole thing. I was going to actually play it and give commentary, but what I'll do is I'll just be in the chat room so we can get to the whole thing, and I'll play it straight through, and then maybe for members we'll do a follow-up live and we'll just talk about it. Okay. Thanks for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Seth, what's up, Seth? Hope you're doing all right. Says a black Starliner was old and not seaworthy ships from the white Starliner. I didn't know about that. Is that true? But Umar Sheepins love fake woke illusions. I didn't know that the black Starliners was used to call. No, they weren't called the white Starliner. Cut it out. That's too much, Seth. Yeah, but they do. They like these fake woke illusions of progress. They really do. And even Umar getting up there with the flag. Real quick, Seth, I actually think, because I was looking at the comment section for some of these videos, and including on his Instagram page where this video is. It's not a live either. He just uploaded because he's banned. He's been banned for months. Really, Umar's banned off of everything from live streaming right now. But I was thinking about this, that I think some of these Umar Johnson followers, even if they see Umar up at these abandoned buildings, waving a flag with a passport to Ghana, they think that somehow that's progress for these FDMG buildings. I mean, it really don't make no sense, does it? But see, Umar, he always has his props. Listen, Umar has to think about this shit. He does. He just doesn't go. I mean, there's been times he goes up there randomly, just and be tweaking and shit, be scratching. That's one thing. But in these cases, he actually thinks about this. When he went up there to go pick up trash, he thought about what he was going to do before he went up there. That's why he had a trash it was like a handheld trash bin thingy that you hold, you could sweep thing in. Then he had a broom, but he's doing this with one hand because he's holding the phone, the cell phone, recording himself. So that's calculated. Right? Well, the same thing with what he's doing in this video. Said when he's up there yesterday, this is all calculated. He has to have his passport with him. He probably said, what kind of jacket I need to have, a certain kind of jacket that people won't like. I need to get up here. I got to have my flag with me too. You know, who knows what else he's going to pull out. See, but that's all calculated. But see, I think that some of these Umar Johnson followers, if they even seeing these little props being presented, plus the backdrop of the school, that's enough to get them riled up to where they think that, that progress is taking place. But it's really just the illusion of progress. That's all this is. You know, I have the video where Umar says that the renovations were done back in 2023. And you Umar Johnson followers still following this shit. The renovation still ain't complete, but he said it in 2023, August 12th of 2023. In fact, I got the video pulled up right here. Do we need to go here? Let's do this real quick. Since Seth brought it up, excuse me. The illusion of progress. See, Umar's talking about the school's almost done. The school's almost done. What he's saying is that the renovations are almost done. There's acquisition, restoration, or renovations, and then there's operations. We still got to get to operations. How's he going to fund the operations? I don't know. Umar claimed to have not raised $1 million yet. He said that recently, which is a lie, because in the end of 2016, he said we need another $1 million. You're talking about Cleo. See? But if Umar, we take him at his word, if you can't raise $1 million in a decade, how are you going to pay for operation costs for 1 year at these trap bandos when operating costs going to have to be at least $3-4 million a year? Unless you expect all these teachers and staff and faculty to work for free. And all the bills that are associated with the school going to be paid for free. I don't know how you pay it for free. But anyway, Umar just gives the illusion of progress. But if you think about it, he already told people that renovations were complete back in 2023. Don't worry, I have the receipt.
Peace in Pan Africanism, peace in Pan Africanism. Peace in Pan Africanism, peace in Pan Africanism. Peace in Pan Africanism, peace in Pan Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my continental Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Africans in Asia. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my South Pacific Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Australian Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my French Africans, my British Africans, my Irish Africans, my German Africans, my Russian Africans, my Austrian Africans, my Slovenian Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Africans in the Middle East. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my West Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Ghanaian Africans, Liberian Africans, Cameroonian Africans, Nigerian Africans, Togolese Africans, Benin, Gambia, Zambia, Botswana, Lesotho, South Africa, the DRC, Congo, Tanzania, Mali, Niger, Guinea. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Burkina Faso Africans, my Malawi Africans, my Nubian Africans, my Ethiopian Africans, my Texas Africans, my Georgia Africans, my Carolina Africans, my Maryland Africans, DC Africans, Philly Africans, Detroit, Phoenix, Chicago.
Brian, what are you talking about? Come on now. Come on now. Don't do that. Y'all crazy. Yeah, I know. But that's what he do. He be talking right off the mouth like he really saying something. He ain't saying nothing. And that's what it sounds like to me, Olan. It sounds like there's too many damn Africans going on, family. We have to stop this. Barry says it was between 12 and 14 degrees the last few nights here in Philly, so I know that temperature isn't that different in Wilmington. So this clown is up there in the bitter cold to digital. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, but it goes to show you where he's at. Again, he went to Africa, tricked off all that money that he got from when he was up there begging right before he went to Africa. He was up there in school begging. He was sweeping and stuff. He tricked all that money off. So when he comes back, he ain't got no money. He gotta go back up here in the cold and beg for money. He does this all the time, and he ain't got no shame. Lewis said, "Dude is 50 dressing like a yeah, I know. That's another thing about Umar. But like we were talking about earlier, Umar he suffers from an identity crisis. See, and there there's I've seen I've seen older black men that they be dressing like they still in high school and shit. I don't mean to say this, but there was this, I don't know what I saw it on or something. It was one of them haircut videos, and this guy came in, he had a do-rag on, and the guy said the guy was probably in his 50s, and the guy was taught, he took the do-rag off, and he had this scar that went all around like this. And it got some of y'all may have seen, I said, this is some wild shit. The barber was like, yeah, this guy, he's been very dedicated to this do-rag. And what they were saying was that he's been wearing that do-rag since he was a teenager. I'm sure he's taken it off, but normally he just would keep it on. And so when he took it off, not only did you see this indentation, but it was like a scarring that went all the way around like this. And then he was in there dressed like he's from the 90s or something. But Umar still does that to this day. But again, if you go back to the video from 2011, it came online in 2011, but I think it was from 2005. You look at the video that I showed from 2011, 2012, 2013, you can even see that just the changes in Umar. But even still, you can find videos where he's in the same year where he's dressed in suits and ties, haircut nice, but then you see in the same year, you see him dressed like he's from the 1990s, chilling on the corner somewhere. So he has an identity crisis. And he's 50 now, and this is how he's dressing. I mean, even if you look at this video, look.
Have by the end of the year. In the mean.
See, this is from 2015. So this is when he's 40 years old. Okay, this is now he's 50.
Look. To my Nigerian
well, it's wild. Good point, though. Thanks, Lewis Luck. Let me make sure I get to all those super chats. We got to start winding this down real quick. Thanks, Seth, for super chat too. I appreciate it. Barzilla1 says, when Umar yelled in the last clip, he sounded like Denzel in Training Day. King Kong ain't got shit on me. Yeah, I think that's in part where he gets that from. And see, let me say this. Some people may say, well, why would you say that? Well, because Umar, he lives in fantasy land. The idea of Umar being a school principal and to have the type of orientation that he has when it comes to being in that type of a position of power is directly sourced from Principal Joe Clark in the movie Lean on Me. If you go back, and I can pull up the video, it'll be in the documentary where Umar's talking about how, where he was, where his house was his grandmama's house that had burnt down, but it wasn't there anymore. But he was telling how he was a child and he would ask his grandmama and his mama for $1 to go to the movies and get a snack while he was at watching movies. And he talked about how he would just spend his time watching movies, and that's how he stayed out of trouble. He talked about how he would watch movies like Rambo and all this stuff. Well, then you hear Umar, he says stuff like, we want to train your boys at FDMG to become Black Rambo. See, it's fantasy land. What I'm getting at is that with Umar, a lot of that early childhood development, it was lived through the movies and it lived through this fantasy land. And it still carries itself out to this day. So when he sees a movie like Training Day, you see another black man in a position of power, Umar wants to try to gravitate towards that. Just like he sees someone like Marcus Garvey had a position of power. He has to be like Marcus. He sees Frederick Douglass in a position of power. Now he has to be a descendant of Frederick Douglass. It's all fancy. In fact, recently there was a Netflix a series that came on. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a brother who was from Philadelphia, and he had a lawyer friend. The lawyer is a really good comedian. I can't remember his name right now, but if anyone know what I'm talking about, it's on Netflix. But it's the whole thing is staged in Philadelphia. So when Umar sees this, because it's staged in Philadelphia, you see man of power, the black men that got some power. There's like some racist shit going on, and you know the guy he's trying to get away from these people that killed this white guy, whatever. Umar, he posts on his Instagram page how that is his life story. He thinks they're telling his life story. What? You all remember Black Panther? He said, yeah, you know, Black Panther, I can tell that they got information from what I was talking about and they put it in the film. They owe me money. Huh? No, not Kevin Hart. What is that movie called? Anybody? It's on Netflix. And I only watched like maybe the first couple of episodes. I couldn't get into it. My wife, she liked it, but I couldn't get into it. So, but even from what I saw, I was like, this ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing to do with you, Umar. What are you talking about? Let me see. Can I even sign on? No, I can't even sign in on this. I'm gonna find it. But anyway, there's other examples that I can give with Umar. He takes things from movies and he adapts it into one of his personalities, and then sometimes he flips it around and says, "No, this movie was created because of what I said, and that they owe me this." It's like one time he said that the Democratic Party sent him $2 million. I said, "What are you talking about?" Anyway, where were we? Let me get to these other super chats. We got to get done with this. We got this other live stream coming up. Okay, thanks, Seth. Thanks, Varzilla. Iceman Vamp says he went from talking about COINTEL Pro to COINTEL Ho. Yeah, that's the other thing too with Umar. If you watch closely from the earlier days to you get towards the middle, then you get to where he's at now. You see this progression in terms of where his focus is. See, back then he was talking more about like black conscious stuff. He was talking about school to prison pipeline. He was talking about school psychology and psychological concepts and ideas, that kind of stuff. Then you start to see him switch, and he starts to get more into militancy kind of stuff, you know. But then at a certain point, he just starts to get into freak off type of P. Diddy type of stuff, skippity, you know, Skip Bayless, skippity type of shit. See, and so he goes from talking about COINTELPRO and black consciousness and you know black power, this and that, but that's not really what he talks about these days. See, now he's talking more about Africa stuff, but really Africa is just a gateway to freak off shit. It's the African freak offs. See. But then when he was dealing with that stripper, he called her COINTEL Ho. That's what he called her. He called her a maggot too. He called her COINTELPRO and some other shit. A thought. He called her a thought, that hoe over there. He did that on the Breakfast Club. He did it under his voice, so most people didn't catch it, but I caught it. Anyway, this is a good point. This goes to show you where Umar's focus has shifted. And really, the truth is that I think he was always a deviant, sexual deviant. I think that goes back to childhood, to be honest with you. I ain't going to say too much, but I'm just going to say that I think that goes back to childhood. Okay. But what ends up happening is that as he plays these different roles and he starts to make inroads into the black conscious space, you start to see him transform himself. Okay. And you start then at a certain point when that money start coming in and he living good off that money for that school, that fake school, it allowed him to put him in a position where he can entertain and start to get into that freak off shit. Now he's dealing with strippers and so forth. Huh? Now he's dealing with sex workers in Africa. A sex worker in Africa. I can say it because it's a fact now. Okay? So yeah, he's going to go from COINTELPRO and black conscious. Now you're talking about cookies all the time and strip club and P. Diddy type shit and COINTEL Ho. That's y'all's principle, not mine. All right. Thanks, Iceman Fan for super chat. Lewis X says, dude is 50. Yeah, we got that one. Yeah, it's very true. There's an old saying, an empty wagon makes the most noise. Yeah. You're right about that. And Umar, all he do is run his mouth. I've said this many times before. I'm going to say it again before we finish up with this video. We're almost done. You Umar Johnson followers, you cannot give me 5 things that Umar has done that is substantial and meaningful for Black people outside of him running his mouth. It's like someone said a couple of weeks ago at the last live stream, they said, he's all talk, no action. Y'all can't give me nothing. Y'all can't give me 5 things that he's done that's substantial. See? Now, I've always been fair with Umar. You can say, yeah, he threw 2 block parties, and now you're going to take millions of dollars and then throw some block parties. Now, the first block party was great. I think he did a fantastic job, but understand that he used Black women to make that happen. It wasn't Umar. He wasn't the one that organized that shit, nor did he put things together. He always calls on the Black women to come do shit for him. But if y'all want to give him credit for that, y'all go on ahead. He uses Black people's money for the school that does not exist, donation money, to throw that 2 parties. The second one wasn't as great. Okay. Well, he wrote 2 books. Yeah, but they're not peer reviewed. See, they're not backed by any type of statistics where it shows that, you know, source material from professionals. You see, no source material whatsoever. How are you going to write? They're not scholarly. See, you couldn't even do that in undergraduate. You couldn't write like that and put together this book in the form of a paper, because oftentimes books come out of what people that write papers. You guys understand what I'm saying? But if you turned in these books as is, but you put it in paper format, what I mean by paper, like some people like paper. What are you talking about? These young people. You guys understand what I'm saying for you old people. but they'd be all marked up. Where are your sources? There's no source material. See? So we can't even give him credit for that. But if I ask you, Umar Johnson followers, give me 5 things that are substantive that shows that Umar he's building a school. No, he's not building anything. What are you talking about? Those schools, those schools been there for decades. What you mean he's building something? That's what people say. Yeah, he's building this. No, he's not building shit. What are you talking about? You show me Umar building something. Show me a receipt, because I love receipts. You show me, Umar Johnson, show me Umar building anything. I'll wait. Well, he has an organization. What organization are you talking about? Well, I don't know. Yeah, I know you don't know. What about the NIBPA? Yeah, what about it? What's the office hours? Where's the website? When do people meet for that shit? Huh? Where's the telephone number? What's the email? Where are the minutes from when y'all meet? I'll wait. Well, what about Team Pan African? Yeah, well, what about Team Pan African? Well, I don't even remember that. Yeah, that was from 2019. It's a bunch of bullshit that didn't pop off. It didn't happen because that's Umar. He's in fancy land. He make up shit and y'all believe it. But you can't give me 5 things that are substantive that Umar, all he do is run his mouth. Okay? He got everything to say, but at the end of the day, he ain't nothing but an empty wagon that got pushed down the hill. It gives the illusion of progress because it's on an embankment and it's going down the hill fast. This Umar Johnson saga is a mess. Let's finish this up. Thanks for this look. Okay. Did I get to everyone? Let me just make sure I got to everyone before we finish this up. Umar did y'all a favor by letting him give him. Umar didn't. Yeah. He didn't do y'all a favor by letting you give him money with PayPal. But that goes to show you how entitled Umar is, which is an aspect of narcissism, but then how he disrespects his donors. See, let me say this. You donors, you guys have been the ones that's been disrespected the most, because he's not even updating you on how much money he's collected. The last time he gave an update was in 2020. Yeah, 2020. And he said $850,000. In 2024, he said that he still hadn't raised $1 million. But if he said $850,000 in 2020, and I have the receipt where he says that, you mean to tell me he hasn't raised $150,000 in 2020, between 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024, 4 years? He ain't come up off $150,000? This guy's a liar. Because if you go to the IRS website and you go and look and you go see what he reported for at least 2 of those years that he had raised over $200,000, which would have put him over $1.5 million. Umar, you don't fuck with the wrong ones. I have all the receipts. That's going to be in the documentary too. When people see, they're going to be like, oh shit. But see, what you don't realize is that he was already at $1 million back at the end of 2016, going into January of 2017. So he would disrespect you donors just by that alone. But he also does it when he says things like, you guys were too lazy to get a stamp, because he wants y'all to send it to his PO box. See, he didn't want you going digital. because digital leaves a. I got a degree in cybersecurity. Digital leaves a track. I mean, you can. If he was ever truly audited, they would go to his PayPal accounts because he's had quite a few of them. Because the first one got shut down because of fraud. He set up another. He has at least 3. They would go to that, and they would subpoena all of that. They would also go to his Cash App. That's the big one. They would go to his Cash App and look at, and then they would go to his GoFundMe because that was all digital too. He's way over $1 million right there. We're not even talking about the P.O. box and the cash that people send him, cash that people give him at venues, checks and money orders. They send him to the P.O. box, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. See? But he's going to call you guys lazy for sending your hard-earned money, and y'all got jobs. At least some of y'all got, at least most of y'all should have jobs. Some of y'all probably, you get that government aid and you send them your money. So basically, Umar, he's living off of the government too. Huh? Let's be real about it. But for you hard-working black people out there earning that money and send it to Umar, he'll call you lazy while he's sitting on his ass. He's so disrespectful. But that's the narcissism, the sense of entitlement. Y'all lazy Negroes. I had to go open up a PayPal account. Who does that? So ungrateful. Thanks, Sizeman, man. That's a good point, too. Okay, did I get to everyone else? Let me just make sure real quick. Yeah, you can remember. Okay. I think I'm all cut. If I'm missing one, I apologize. Okay, let's finish this up because it's called True Story. No, not that one. It's not that one. But that was good. That was a good one. Because what's his name is in that? What's the brothers? I can't remember his name right now. He was in the Spike Lee movies and stuff. Anyway, let me see. Black series on Netflix. I can't believe people don't know what I'm talking about. It's set in Philadelphia. No, not John Cheadle. What's his name? The other brother. I'll find it on the TV. Let me go ahead and play this so we can get with this. I know we get sidetracked, but it is what it is. Here we go. Let me rewind this a little bit. I'll be right back.
To FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, P.O. Box 9634, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809.
Yeah. Wesley Snipes. He did a fantastic job. He did such a fantastic job. I mean, it was good all the way around. What's his name did a fantastic job. Kevin Hart did a good job too. Really good.
That's right. Let the haters hate.
Yeah,
this is
good.
the year of Pan Africanism. If you ain't with the red, black, and green flag of the right excellent Marcus Garvey, then you ain't serious. You ain't serious. I'm running this ship right here. I'm the king. Everybody else then fell off. I'm the only man standing. I'm the last man standing. I'm the greatest man standing.
Yeah, that's it right
do the
there.
work, family.
Yeah, thanks
Shout
for
out to
Shonda.
my Nigerian.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's called The Madness. And Dion Cole, the comedian, he's funny too. He's in it, but he's not the star of it. It's another brother, but it's set in Philadelphia, if memory serves me correctly. And I just happened to see this post where Umar he references it, and then he says that he thinks that they're telling his life story. But the main character got a job, Umar. The main character ain't out here in 10-degree, 15-degree weather waving a Ghanaian flag in the hood. What in the world? In front of these abandoned buildings. What are you talking about? The guy in the movie has well, they're not together, but he has some kids. He take care of his kids. Umar, you don't take care of your kids. And yeah, Umar got at least 3 baby mamas. It's not 2. Umar, boy, something wrong with you. I mean, really. But see, that's what happens. He spent so much time watching movies and shit. Okay. That was his form of escapism. His daddy wasn't around. That's why he said, I didn't have no one to talk to. He said, I was the oldest male. Really, what he's saying is that he didn't have a father to talk to. Now, Jamal was around, but he wasn't around consistently. He was a Rolling Stone too. Just like Umar's ass. Anyway. Giancarlo Epos, who's that? Is that one of Umar's relatives in Cuba? I'm just playing. No, not that guy. I know who you talk about. Yeah, not that guy. I don't think he's in it. Anyway, it's called like I said earlier. Someone had put it in here. It's called what you call it. I forgot. Why are you talking about Fresh Prince? Well, we all over the place. Okay, let's finish this up. Here we go, because we got to do this other live stream for members. Here we go.
In Africans, my South Africans, my Kenyan Africans, my Somali Africans, my Congolese, my Togolese, my Liberian, Zambian, Gambian Africans. Peace and Pan Africanism to my Jamaicans and my Haitians and my Puerto Rican Africans and Cuban Africans and Turks and Caicos, Bahamas, Bermuda, St. Croix, St. Lucia, St. Thomas, St. Vincent, St. John, my Montreal Africans, my Toronto Africans, my Las Vegas, my Texas Africans, my Carolina, D.C., my Maryland Africans, my Pennsylvania, Jersey, New York, Massachusetts Africans, my Kentucky and St. Louis Africans, my Costa Rica Africans, my Brazilian Africans, my Venezuelan Africans, my Mexican Africans, one people, one race, one people, one race, one movement, we in the building. We in the building. King Kong, live from Wilmington, Delaware. We got a school to finish. Let the haters hate. They not building no institutions. Name one of them building a real institution.
This is ridiculous. This guy yelling on screen. But remember, he said that the renovations were complete back in 2023.
I go Milwaukee Africans, Little Rock Africans, Jackson, Mississippi Africans, New Orleans, Shreveport Africans. It's your big brother King Kong consciousness. It's your big brother King Kong consciousness coming to you live and direct with the announcement we all been waiting for. With the announcement we all been waiting for. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my South American Africans, my Central American Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Jamaican Africans, my Haitian Africans, my Aruba, Curacao Africans, Bahamas, Bermuda Africans, St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. Lucia, St. Martin, St. Vincent, Guadeloupe Africans, Martinique Africans, all my Africans from around the world. It's your brother King Kong consciousness, the most requested, the most relevant, and the most revolutionary scholar on the planet. I said the most requested, the most revolutionary, and the most relevant black scholar in the world today. I said the most requested, the most revolutionary.
Yeah. Umar always speaks in possessive terms. So I outline that. Well, I'm not going to outline that in the documentary. But I do take notes on that, where he says, our kids, mine, you know, why I want the kids going back home to you for, you know, that type of stuff. He's very possessive, but that's the code aspect of Umar. Okay? The sense of entitlement. He feels entitled to other people's kids. Right? Thanks, Seth, for super. Here we go.
And the most relevant black scholar in the world today, brothers and sisters. I'm coming to you with the announcement we've been waiting for since we bought this school. On February the 7th of 2019, that was 4 years, 6 months, and 4 days ago.
Yeah, wow, it's about to be 6 years.
Brothers and sisters. 4 years, 6 months, and 4 days. 4 years ago, 6 months, and 4 days we bought this school. Y'all know what we've been through. We've been through the vandalism. We've been through the hate. We've been through
your excuse making,
the slander, the sabotage, the scamming of the black contractors. We've been through.
Look who's talking.
All of it. The YouTubian distractors. We've been through all of it.
Okay, that would be y'all in the Cookie Crush chat. Okay, we got 856 people. Y'all hit the like button. I appreciate it. We can almost done. To go for 5 more minutes. We got to start this other live stream for members only. I'll be showing the next segment of the documentary. It's about 40 minutes long. We'll get together. I'll let it run. I'll be in the chat room. We'll watch it together. Okay.
But today, Black August. Today, Black August. Where my Leos at one time?
Here we go.
Where my Leos at one time? Where my lions and my lionesses right now? If you was born in August, whether you a Leo or whether you are a Virgo, make some noise right now. Whether you a Leo or Black August birthday, this is for us right now. But you know what? I want to say thank you to all my donors. Where are my donors at? How many of y'all been donating since the first fundraiser, April the 14th, St. Louis 2014?
Okay, so we're April. Let me, because I've heard him give different dates, but I'm going to use this in the documentary. April 14th of this would have been 2014, and he's saying in St. Louis. Okay. Because in the documentary, what I was planning on doing was saying in the spring, but I'm going to go with him saying this, and then I'll use this video as the receipt for it. This is Renovations Are Done. Renovations Are Done video. And this was from August 12th of 2023. Yeah, this is what I've been doing, is this type of research, just taking notes on stuff to put together this project, this documentary project. I may get on here tomorrow and live stream and watching some of these older videos and take notes just to kick back and chill because I'm off tomorrow. All right, let's keep going. Here we go.
How many been donating since 2015? How many been donating since 16, 17? Who been donating since 18 and 19? Who been donating since 2020 COVID and 2021 and 2022? Where are my donors at from around the world? We wouldn't be here without the donors right now. We would not be here without the donors. My African donors, thank you. South American donors, thank you. Central American African donors, Caribbean donors, my donors in Asia, my donors in Australia, and of course, all my donors from across the United States, Los Angeles, Oakland, brothers and sisters, my Georgia, my Carolina, my Maryland, my DC, my Philly, my Jersey, my Boston donors, my Kentucky donors, my Tennessee donors, my Minnesota donors, my Illinois donors, my Michigan, where my Ohio donors at right now. Brothers and sisters, I am proud and I am pleased to announce to you at this moment, Black August 11th, of 2023. I'm live, King. Black August 11th of 2023. I'm on a live stream, King.
Damn, he looks so smoked out. Damn. Talking about other people fell off. Look at this guy.
I'm here for a minute, though. Swing back around. Okay, I got you. That we have finally completed all of the renovations for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for Pan African Excellence. I'm going to say it again. Today, August 11th, 2023, Black August, we have completed all of the renovations for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy.
Man, this guy is such a liar. This was in August of 2023, and now we're in January of 2025, and renovations are still not complete. So why did he do that? Well, he was desperate for money. So he gets up there, he uses the school as a backdrop, and he lies to his donors to say that everything's done so he can get a cash infusion. I'm sure he asked for more donations too in this video. It's no different than what he's doing in this video.
Name one of them building a real institution. I'm the only one building it with all black money. Put your money where your mouth is.
See?
Put your money where your mouth is. We in the building. FDMG grand opening coming this year, family. Let's finish what we started. Peace and Pan Africanism.
Damn. This guy he's frothing at the mouth and shit. What in the world is this? I mean, he needed money bad. Look at him. This dope fiend. I'm sorry. It is what I don't mean to say it that way, but it is what it is. It is. 2025 HVAC still don't work. He said it's this year. He said it was supposed to open in February of 2025, if memory serves me right. Or was it January? Then he said it's going to be August of 2025. Now he's saying this year sometime. At this pace, it'll be finished in around 2078 at this pace. You got another, 53 more years? Yeah, that's what it is. He out here tweaking. That's what it is. I mean, we try to act. That's what I'm saying. He done fell off. Look, I mean, compare this right here. Look at this guy.
A real institution. I'm the only one building it with all black money. Put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is. We in the building. FDMG grand opening coming this year, family. Let's finish what we started. Peace and Pan Africanism.
This guy is just fraud. I mean, look.
Who are responsible for evaluating children and determining whether or not they have educational disabilities. Any child who's ever been diagnosed as retarded, learning disabled, emotionally.
My Venezuelan Africans, my Mexican Africans, one people, one race, One people, one race, one movement. We in the building. We in the building. King Kong, live from Wilmington, Delaware. We got a school to finish. Let the haters hate. They not building no institutions. Name one of them building a real institution. Name one of them building a real institution. I'm the only one building it with all black money. Put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is. We in the building. FDMG grand opening coming this year, family. Let's finish what we started. Peace and Pan Africanism.
Damn, Umar, man, you tripping, bro. You see what I'm saying, Poetry D? This guy, he turned into Alter Beast. Remember that game, Alter Beast, where you turn into that wolf type of thing or something like that? You start tearing up shit. Ooh, you know, Umar, every once in a while he do that. He'll turn into all. He'll go like this, and all of a sudden he starts snarling and shit. All of a sudden it's like a werewolf. He start frothing at the mouth. But see, he needs the money. That's the point I want to get to. This live thing is supposed to be like 45 minutes. But let me finish right here. Then we're gonna start the next live stream for members only. The point is that this is really Umar, him needing money. Not to open up a school, not to do renovation. What renovation work are you going to do at that time of night in the freezing cold with no HVAC in there, and he don't like? He's not even dressed to be doing work. So why is he up there? Well, just like when he went up there was the beginning of this year, wasn't it? Was it last year? The end of last year, where he went up there and he was cleaning up trash. Was that this year or last year? The end of last year or the beginning of this year? He went up there because he needed money to go to Africa. Then he goes to Africa, he spends all the money, he comes back, he needs money, so he goes back up and he does this. That was the end of last year, I think. And what's crazy is, back in 2023, he said renovations were complete. So why are you still collecting money to do renovations for? It's a scam. That's what I'm saying. You, Umar Johnson, father, I don't mean to go off on you during this live stream, but some of y'all, this is going to be the last time. Some of y'all stuck on stupid. And if you thought about this rationally with some critical thinking skills, it would be so clear to you at this point. Just the fact that he lied and said the renovations were done in 2023, and he's still collecting money for renovations in 2024 and now in 2025. Huh? He's a scam artist, nothing more. All right. Did I get through everything? Yeah, I got through everything. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and close this live stream out. What I'll do is give me like 5 minutes, and then I'll start the live stream for members only. It's going to start for everyone, and I'll just kind of give and let people know what I'll be doing in that particular live stream, and then I'll convert it over for members only. And I'm going to be playing the next segment to the documentary that I'm working on dealing with Umar Johnson. It's about 40 minutes long. I'll play it, but I'll be in the chat room and we'll be talking and chit-chatting inside the chat room. And it's part of larger work that I hope to have completed by the middle of this year. And I think I could still do it. It's just there's a whole lot more work still to be done, but that may change. Okay, I'm going step by step, and I'm releasing segments of it, rough draft segments to our members. Thanks everyone too for being members here on my YouTube page. I really do appreciate the support. It's what keeps me going, and it also frees up time to where I don't have to live stream as much. I can actually do the work that I'm doing with this documentary, which is why I haven't been online for a couple of weeks. I want to thank all of our members, and also during this live stream, thanks to everyone who sent in super chats. I appreciate it. I always appreciate the support, and I always want to thank people. I don't take it for granted at all. And then also, I want to thank our mods for handling business during this live stream. I appreciate your presence as well. And everyone inside the Cook Crush chat, thank you so much. I really enjoy our time together. Lots of laugh. There's serious topics here and there, but we also enjoy each other. That's something that's really, really special. And I don't take that for granted either. I really look forward to it, and I appreciate it. I always feel good hanging out with the Cookie Crush chat. Y'all are undefeated. Okay. So give me after we close this out, give me about 5 minutes for you members, and then we'll start the next live stream, and we'll go for about 45 minutes. And I'll be in the chat room chatting with you all, and we'll have a good time to watch this next segment of the documentary. And as we always do.
See her eyes shine, she's my snow bunny queen. In the winter light, so she's my sweet love supreme. Talk to my nose, this love of sky is so raw. Make it move, step and I run out of control.
It's me and you tonight.
Snow bunny.
Moving on the bar. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
No, that's
Dancing in the light. With my snow bunny love. Been party by the night.
see her eyes shine, she's my snow bunny queen. In the winter light, so she's my sweet love supreme. Talk to my nose, this love of sky is so raw. Make it move, step and I run out of control.
Bunny love. It's me and you tonight.
Snow bunny.
Moving on the bar. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
No, that's
Dancing in the light. With my snow bunny love. Been party by the night.
see her eyes shine, she's my snow bunny queen. In the winter light, so she's my sweet love supreme. Talk to my nose, this love of sky is so raw. Make it move, step and I run out of control.
Bunny love. It's me and you tonight.
Snow bunny.
Moving on the bar. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
No, that's
Dancing in the light. With my snow bunny love. Been party by the night.
see her eyes shine, she's my snow bunny queen. In the winter light, so she's my sweet love supreme. Talk to my nose, this love of sky is so raw. Make it move, step and I run out of control.
Bunny love. It's me and you tonight.
Snow bunny.
Moving on the bar. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
No, that's
Dancing in the light. With my snow bunny love. Been party by the night.
see her eyes shine, she's my snow bunny queen. In the winter light, so she's my sweet love supreme. Talk to my nose, this love of sky is so raw. Make it move, step and I run out of control.
Bunny love. It's me and you tonight.
Snow bunny.
Moving on the bar. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
No, that's
Dancing in the light. With my snow bunny love. Been party by the night.
Yeah, of course. I remember that video about the black pigs. That was wild. That'd be in a documentary for sure. Thank y'all again for tuning on in. Y'all give me 5 minutes. I can get a little reset, get me some drink, and maybe have me a quick snack. And then we'll be starting for members. It'll start for everyone. And I'll let people know exactly what we'll be doing during that live stream. And then I'll convert it over to members only. Okay. Thank y'all so much for tuning on in. Cook Fresh Chat is undefeated. And I'll see y'all very, very soon. Love y'all. Take care. Peace.